What's up, chat? Welcome to the stream. A little late. I've been very busy the entire day. But, all good. All good otherwise. How's everybody doing? Pau, Mock, is over. Welcome all to the stream. Let's wait for more people to come in. Hello po kay Renz, kay About You, kay Romby, kay Jim. Welcome all po sa stream. Hello everyone. Pao, napapansin ko yung work mo like the past month or so sa gabi na. Did you change work? Because I've been noticing that the meetings are oftentimes in the evening these days. For you. Crap of J, nice name. Agot, welcome to the stream. What's up, Ron? Welcome to the stream. Oh. So you mean you work regular day hours and then sa gabi on call ka pa kasi consultant ka raw. Damn, bro. 14-hour days. Do you get paid extra for the consulting work? Are you moonlighting? Wait, don't answer that if you are. Don't answer that if you are. How are you, Ron? Welcome all to the stream. Sino dito nanood ng game kagabi? That's wild, though. 14-hour days is crazy. 14-hour days which means you only have 10 hours to yourself. Oh, bruh. Oh, right. Right. Because managerial and up, wala nang OT. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Ilang test drive stream? I think 4? I think naka 4 na tayo, Ron. 2 for VinFast, 2 for GAC. May promotion daw, Pao, pero lateral promotion. More work, same pay. Yeah, you deserve it, Pao. Especially if you've been working hours like these the past few weeks. Man, you deserve a promotion. Crazy. OTY, yeah. Natutunan ko rin yun from you, I think, Ron. From you, OJ, Paul, Will, yung OTY na term. What's up, Joseph? Joseph Trinidad, welcome to the stream. JR, you work 16? I would say 16 hours. Crazy, Chad. Y'all are workaholics. Currently showering. That's wild. Mock, ganun talaga. Kapag VP ka na ng PAL, ang kalaban mo na yung mga may-ari ng PAL mismo. And usually that's family. So either you find your way into the Tan family and you get promoted, right? Because you're part of the Tan family, or wala na, yun na talaga ceiling eh. Pag VP ka ng PAL. I'm not sure when the asset is. How did your niece do? Ano sabi ng niece mo sa'yo, Ron? Chat, you guys are crazy. How many hours do you sleep? If you're working 18-hour days, 14-hour days, 13-hour days, how much sleep do you get? Hi, Alex. Welcome to the stream, Alex. Welcome all to the stream. Hi, Alex. About you, welcome. 3 to 5 is not healthy. I would say that's not sustainable. Crazy. You guys are sleeping 5-hour days. That's not healthy, chat. I mean, there's no nobility in sleeping that little. Because you're compromising your own health, man. Sleep score, this is based on what device are you wearing, Pao? Apple Watch or Garmin or what device are you wearing, Pao? 67 is not very high. 4 hours of sleep, chat. Yo. Okay, now for everybody sleeping that little, I want you to take a good look at your screen time. More specifically, how much time you spend on TikTok and on Instagram. And tell me, please tell me that it's less than the amount of time you sleep. Because it will be crazy if mas marami pang time. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't be guilty of this, but it's insane to think that we may be spending more time on social media than we are actually sleeping. Ganun ba? And in that case, okay lang yan. Kapag stream, ano yan eh. Kasi ganito yan, chat. Kapag long form yung content na kino-consume nyo, and you all know that the longest form of content is live stream, okay lang yun. Hindi nakakasira ng attention span yun, di ba? Kasi you're glued and locked in to one type of content. Hindi yung pa-scroll, and hindi mo makakalimutan gaano kung anong nangyayari. Like, your attention is fixed. That's okay pala. And by the way, I said Instagram and TikTok only. So kapag YouTube, okay lang yun. No. Actually, it's fine. You know what? I take it all back. Live streams are a healthy way to actually make to use your time for it's a healthy time for screen time. Honestly, yeah. The bread, the butter, and the knife. How many were able to watch the game last night, or at least followed it? Huh? You can read BL? I thought you only watch BL. I did not know na may text form pala ang BL. Yeah, dang, JR. Like, I feel like staring at metrics or charts or, just using a lot of technical analysis can really destroy the brain. What do you mean? Hey, thank you for jumping over. Beankal, come over here. Alika dito. Isn't Pax Silica backed up by the government? It is. Why? What's your question? It's backed by the government. It's a partnership with the government and Pax Silica, US. I wouldn't know, Ron, kung Blast TV ba pinalabas yung game ni Alex Eala. I just followed the box score. Totally wasn't able to watch it on a platform that isn't legal and that is not allowed by any sketchy means. I just, looked at the box score, stay tuned on sports platforms also that had a play-by-play. Totally did not watch on an illegal streaming platform. Oh, yeah, come here, Caleb. Finally? Why finally, Alex? Oh, what's that feeling even like? To be staring at screens all day that isn't even doom scrolling? I mean, I guess nagagamit mo I wonder. For people who stare at screens for that long, you're essentially using your brain, ideally, for that long. Do you get vivid dreams? Normally, I've noticed that the more I use my brain, the more I get vivid dreams. Hi, Joseph. Live ito. Live na live. Alika na dito, Joseph. Alika dito sa YouTube. Good question, Ron. Oh, ano, come to think of it, gano'n na kami katagal walang cable TV subscription? Tagal na rin. I don't even remember the last time I watched TV, chat. Like, probably just from a hotel. And then, either pag kunyari nasa hotel, nilalagay ko lang siguro yung TV either on sports or on some kind of music TV. Gosh, who here remembers? Okay, who here remembers back in the day? And when I say back in the day, I mean like late 2000s, mid 2000s. In the hotel, there is a specific pay-per-view that you can buy. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Specific pay-per-view na pwedeng bilhin inside hotels. Crazy TikTok just flagged us for pirating this. Nah, I'm not watching. Yo, chat, I don't do that at all, man. I don't watch on illegal streaming platforms. That is illegal and that is piracy. Ganun ba, Ron? Di ko nga maalala na ganun sa hotel eh. Like, I just know that you could purchase it. But I did not know na blurred siya. Tapos kapag binili mo, magiging maliwanag na. But for those who didn't know, back in the day, in the 2000s, I remember I was a kid and I was very curious. Either that or my older cousins told me that that some channels on the TV of your hotel are reserved for corn. You know, high quality. You gotta pay for it. Di ko na maalala. Like, I know hotels. As in, normal hotels. It's not even a crazy hotel. Kasi I remember bata ako nung sinabi sa akin yun eh. Like, minor na bata. Like, probably either preteens, mga older cousins ko. Although, to be honest, di ko maalala kung sa Pilipinas yun mismo. Yo, that's crazy, Mok. If they bring it back, tas VR na. Ang tanong, willing ka ba mag-rent ng VR? So they bring it back, make it available in your TV, and you can rent the VR. That's the question, isn't it? Yeah, meron talaga dati. Crazy, huh? And then these days, like, crazy what streaming did. Crazy what streaming and subscriptions have done to pay-per-view. Like, who would have ever thought that we would be able to watch boxing events on Netflix, right? Galing. Okay, so Really, really quickly before we start today's stream, chat, I want to remind you that we have 4 days to go before our Benny Fam hangout. So if you haven't yet signed up, that's okay. You can. Up until the day itself, you can still go. But it would be better that if you're already sure na makapupunta kayo, mag-register na kayo, because that will allow the engagement team to have a better head count of who are going. And if they know how many are going, they can better prepare for it. But just for everybody's knowledge, you can decide up until the day itself. However, be prepared to pay on the day, because we will be preparing a QR code for it. And if I'm not mistaken, how much is it gonna cost? What's the cost? I think it's like 400, right? 400 per head. Yeah, there you go. 400 per head. But don't worry. When we did the math chat, 400 will just cover all our expenses. And we don't expect any extra from this. We expect this to be more or less, depending on how many people go, of course, to cover everything that we'll be paying for that day. Okay? So, 400, please, if you can make it, make it. That will be on August 8th, this Saturday already. And it will be at Hobby Stadium along E-Road in QC. Will I be bringing my chicken tacos? Unfortunately, June, no. I'm not going to be sharing my super secret recipe. I'm not ready yet. You should go, is over. Bakit naman iba-boycott yung Spider-Man, eh? Why? Ba't iba-boycott yung Spider-Man? May nangyari ba? You should go, especially, by the way, if it's your first time to attend the hangout and you don't know anybody, at least face-to-face, that's all cool. Because friendly naman ang Benny Fam. And just to give you an idea, a lot of Benny Fam who have gone and seen each other in person for the first time have remained friends as well up until this day. So I think there's something cool in that, the potential to actually, be friends with somebody that you only previously knew as a username, and then nagkita kayo in real life, nag-click talaga kayo, and then you actually become pals. That's cool. So yeah, that's one reason you should go. And the other is, I think it's just nice overall to see the names, to see the faces behind the usernames over here. Yeah. Go na kayo. It's worth the leave, I promise. And also, one thing that the engagement team is very good at is nagkajowaan. No, so far wala namang drama, JR. That's a good thing, right? There's no drama, and of course, if there ends up being drama, the engagement team will be on top of it, and they'll know exactly what to do with it. That's not to say nagkaroon na ng drama before. Maybe not. But engagement team is very good at managing those kinds of things already. I was supposed to say one more thing. Ito. Another thing the engagement team is good at is, if in general, just like me and some of us, maybe even, na medyo nasa mahiyain na side or nasa introverted na side, you can be sure that there will be no awkward pressure put upon you. Walang, hindi, sayaw ka na, sige na, magpakilala ka na, ano talent to? Yung ganun, di ba minsan ganun sa mga Christmas party? Yung tipong nananahimik ka, biglang pasasayawin ka out of nowhere. Hindi ganun yung engagement team. Magaling silang kumapak ng atmosphere and makiramdam sa vibes. So I think that's also one reason you should go. If you're pretty shy, no stress. Okay, it's no stress, and you won't be pressured into doing something you're not comfortable doing. So that's one reason why you should go to. Kumapa ng vibes. Kumapa ng vibes, not kumapa na anything else. I think it's a stretch, It's a stretch to boycott Brand New Day just because of an affiliation like that. Because I think malayo na yung connections. However, if you feel strongly about it, na ibo-boycott mo siya because of the way that you feel about that connection, then by all means do so. It's just a slippery slope because one might be surprised to see how everything is interconnected. And in that way, we might as well boycott every major corporation alive because you're going to find a connection to that. So I suppose it's on your discretion mo na lang kung gusto mong i-boycott. But I would rather do so when the connections are stronger and more prevalent, I would say. Yeah, enjoy ito. Yeah, kumapa ng vibes. Feel the vibes is what I'm trying to say. Okay, now, before anything else, chat, before we start the stream, before we go to our first Reddit thread, let's just all take a minute of silence. Okay, a minute of silence is not some kind of hype, but a minute of silence because one of our dear Benny fam's mom, si Paul Will is an OG of Benny fam. Been with us, rocking with us since 2020, May 2020 to be exact. So 6 years na natin kasama si Paul for Benny fam. Paul Will's mom passed away last Sunday. And it's, of course, it's a very tragic thing and it's very sad. So let's just take 1 minute of silence just to offer some kind of condolence and peace and, acknowledge the passing of Paul's mom. Okay, 1 minute starts now. All right, 1 minute. There you go. Rest in peace, Paul Will's mom. All right, chat. Let's get to it. Yeah, I agree with you, JR. We'd really be surprised to find out how interconnected everything is. So tama na yung choose your own battles. And, if you so choose this one to be your battle, won't take it against you either. Okay? All right, so first thread of today is this one. Okay, so last night, I was able to stay tuned with the show, with the tennis event, and I'm a bandwagoner. To be clear, I'm not a tennis fan. I don't know how tennis works. Of course, the basic rules I'm aware of, how scoring works. But the nuances, the technicalities, I don't really know. As long as you hit the ball and you don't miss the ball, it doesn't go out of bounds, I think that's basically what tennis is to me. And I only became a fan recently because of Alex Eala's climb to global competitiveness. In short, elite elite tennis player na siya nung nakilala ko siya. And dun din ako nagsimula manood ng shows niya. And if you don't know yet, Alex Eala won a WTA title, which is, I think, this one is the second most prestigious to the main WTA title. So, chat, WTA titles come in there you go. So, these are, just so you know, and I didn't know this until last night, by the way, so I hope I can explain this properly. So basically, ang WTA may 4 na klase. So WTA is the World Tennis Association. And if you play in the WTA 250, ito yung basically, I mean, there are 4 WTA events. The 250, the 500 and 1000, and the finals. And, you know, they speak for themselves. Ang 250 is the lowest tier of the WTA, and then the 1000 and the 500 are the more premium events or the more premium tournaments where you can get higher ranking points. And then the WTA finals, kung di ako nagkakamali, only 8 of the top tennis players from both the males, the females, and the duos or the pairs will get to compete here. So it's pretty cool to know that Alex Eala won her first WTA 500. And that's amazing, chat. It's amazing because apart from the Grand Slams, which are, of course, you know, the most famous one being the Wimbledon, US Open, Australian Open, French Open, yung 4 na Grand Slams, the WTA Finals is the other ultimate important event. But that's not to say any other thing that comes outside of it is not important. Again, the 500 and the 1000 are very, very important as well. And I think last night, the DC Open, right? The DC Open is a WTA 500 event. And if you win any of those events, 250, 500, or 1000, that is a major title to have under your belt. So napanalunan yun ni Alex, and not only that, it's because that alone doesn't make it special. What makes it extra special is the fact that for her to win this, okay, for her to win WTA 1000, the WTA 500 last night, or her competition last night, she had to beat the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 best players in that tournament. Okay, let's make it clear that's how much of a climb she had to do just to win last night's event. Yung number 1 na pinapredict nilang pinakamagaling in that tournament, yung number 2 and yung number 3, tinalo niya lahat yun. Right? That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool na napanalunan ni Alex yun. Really goes to show that she is world class, and for a second, actually up until now, it felt really cool to be Filipino. And if you missed it also last night, she gave another P word. And I like it because it's one of the things that I feel like she can keep getting away with. Kapag natapos na yung event niya, and then she utters under her breath, gumaganon siya. And then it's like, it's chills all over because, you know, if you know, you know, right? If you know, you know, when you say that word, yeah, the P word, putang ina. When you say that word, it's very meaningful to us. Curse word, diba? Pero para sa atin, ang bigat eh. Now, moving on, of course, we ask the more important questions, chat. Ano raw to sa KFC? I myself did not read through the thread yet, but can anybody answer? What is this, chat? Ano raw to sa KFC nakikita? My guess is waiting seats. Kapag siguro inaantay mo yung order mo, tapos may queuing number ka. Yeah? Yeah, takeout seats. Crazy kung table to. Paano ka upo? Nakasquat ka, no? A table for ants? Ah, of course. It's a pew. Tama si Chilled Pusa. It's a pew. Yeah, it looked like takeout seats to me. But also, oddly enough, this looks a little too high. But I like it. I like high seats, chat. Yung gupit ko, Jay, ang tawag dito, mohawk. Mohawk semikalbo. Yeah, they look like takeout seats. They do look high, though, to be honest. Right? They do look... Maybe it's just the POV. But they do look like high seats, which, again, I'm a fan of. Because, generally speaking, chat, pro tip, your hips should be higher than your knees when sitting down. Okay? So if you're seated right now, take a look at your hips, take a look at your knees. Generally, you want your hips to be just a little higher than your knees so that hindi mo masyadong iniipit yung ugat ng hips mo, which, you know, causes a lot of hip problems. Okay, so what is the answer? I'm pretty sure everybody answered the wrong answer. You know what I mean? Walang sumagot ng tama dito. Ay, may sumagot ng tama. Upuan while waiting, leaning chair, leaning rail. Wow. Curious though as to how tall yung nasa pic. I could be wrong pero yung height niyan mukhang di pasok sa average Filipino height. Sakto siya dapat sa hips or butt. Mukhang bumili lang sila and hindi pa pinakustomize. Though I think nag-i-increase na rin naman ang average height ng Filipino. A leaning rail. There you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Mock with the right answer here. A leaning rail. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Do you know that apparently Americans like to lean? Did you know that, chat? One of the unique, I think I mentioned it on stream already before, one of the unique traits of being American is that mahilig silang sumandal. They put their arm against the wall, they sit against the wall, they lean on the wall. It's an oddly American thing apparently to like doing that against the wall. So I remember just reading a random Reddit thread about it. Leaning rail. Yeah, Asians can squat. That's true. Okay, what's this? Oof. Starbucks Marikina. Chat. Most of the time, I'm for do whatever you want as long as it's not hurting other people or yourself. But this shit is crazy, yo. Like, this one ain't hygienic. Buti na lang malinis yung paa niya. But this isn't hygienic, bruh. Yeah, it's not... like, there's a fine line between doing what you want and not caring about other people's judgment, and you doing what you want and not caring about other people at all, and not thinking about public decency or social etiquette, and generally not thinking about anybody else except yourself. And the reason why I feel like this is wrong and it's not just a preference thing is because generally our feet aren't the cleanest parts of our body. Like I'm it's crazy that I have to break this down because, you know, I might encounter trolls on different social media platforms here. But if you really want to do so, generally our feet aren't the cleanest parts of our bodies. Lalo na kung naka-flip-flops lang tayo. In the case of this guy, naka-crocs lang siya. And so, if you put your feet up on places where people normally sit on top of, like a chair, kawawa naman yung taong uupo pagkatapos mo, di ba? Or, you know, even the idea that there is circulating air around this place and yung paa mo, naandyan lang, and, you know, shit hits your feet, and then air just brings whatever shit particles from your feet up onto the customer's tables. It's just not a hygienic thing, and it crosses everything on the list against proper etiquette and even hygiene. There you go. At least at the bare minimum, it's not hygienic. So, though it is harmless and it doesn't physically hurt other people, it's still not hygienic. And so sana, next time we do something like this, isipin din natin kung may iba bang taong maapektuhan nito. Yeah, it's what else can I say about this? Maybe like I'm trying to see if maybe there's a medical condition going on here na kailangan nakataas yung paa niya. But even then, right? Even then, it's not proper. Hindi to tamang gawin na itaas ang paa kahit na meron ka. I mean, like, if you have a medical reason for putting your feet up, baka namamanas yung paa mo, diba? Tapos sabi ng doktor mo, hindi, taas, elevate mo yung legs mo. You know, even if that's the case, what are you doing in a Starbucks? You should be at home or in a place where you could raise your feet up, not in public where other people are as well. Like look at how close the feet are to the plate, or to other people's food or other people's straws and lids and cups. I hate to say this, but ano to eh, hindi talaga tama and natutulad tayo sa mali. I don't want to say it. You say it, chat, not me. I'm not gonna say it, but it's not right in general, okay? Yeah, exactly. If you have a medical condition, what are you doing in a Starbucks? Get out. Go to a place where you could do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's be more cautious and considerate of the other people around us. I don't think there's anything else more to this. I will tell you though, chat, these kinds of like, I'll be honest with you, everybody on the stream right now, these kinds of posts do get a lot of engagement. So you will probably see this on TikTok because, I don't know, people like to get all riled up on this for good reason naman. It's just crazy how napaperpetuate yung behavior na to. Engagement maxing. Yeah. Or at least tell management, huh? Like what would you do in this scenario? Let me know in the comments. What I would do is I'll probably tell management. Much as I would want to be the one to directly tell the person, I feel like to prevent any kind of escalation, diretso ko na lang sa management. At least they're the ones who can objectively speak on this and, you know, have an authoritative stance on it na tipong wala rin silang choice kundi gawin to ng maayos. Mildly infuriating. Depends, DJ. Other people might find this immensely infuriating. Although that Reddit thread is that Reddit subreddit is also really good. Yeah. Iwas gulo na lang tayo. Tell management. Or hey, post a photo. Take a photo and post it on Reddit. That works too. Right? Pwede rin yun. Why not? Okay, let's move on. What are the comments here? Akala ko minsan OA lang mga tao pag nakakakita ng ganito until ako yung naka-experience. Dalawa lang sila tas hindi naman PWD yung lalaki. Gusto lang pasingawin yung maasim niyang paa. Yung no? Diba? I didn't even touch about odor. But imagine if may amoy yan. Fuck. Kapag ganito siguro, kapag may amoy yan, dapat siguraduhin natin kumakain tayo ng lumpiang toge, ganyan. Lumpiang toge, deep fried. Ooh, no need for suka anymore. We should bring back shame. Kulang sa pagpapahiya ang mga ganito. Kaya nahihirati sa ganyan. Sumbong nyo sa staff. Yeah. Sinatin na yan ng guard. Pagkatalikod pa lang, binilik agad yung paa. Fuck, bro. Anyway, let's move on. What's this? A foreign content creator showed how easy it is to get a new identity in the Philippines. Or, ito, pang matapang lang. Chat, ano to, pinagbabawal na technique. And malalakas lang ang makakagawa nito if yung pinakamabangis lang ang makakagawa nito. Okay, balikan natin yung Reddit thread Lumapit ka sa kanya, tingnan mo siya, elevator look, up, down, gusto mo left, right na rin, tingnan mo yung paa niya, reach your hand out, guminto ka, pakita mo, yung talagang igaganon mo yung kamay mo para mapakita mo na may gagawin ka. Tapos kilitiin mo. Yun ang ipinagbabawal na technique. Ewan ko na lang kung di niya pa ibababa yung paa niya, no? Okay. And then ito pang malakas lang talaga. You wanna take it to the extreme? After mong kilitiin yung paa niya, tingnan mo siya right dead in the eye. Ganon. I feel like it's gonna be so insane he's never gonna do it for the rest of his life. Yun, guaranteed yun. He will be that person will be so bewildered at what just happened. O, diba? Ganon dapat. Okay, here we go. New identity in the Philippines. 1 minute video lang to. Let's see what happens. This is crazy. I'm a Filipino citizen and I have a Filipino driver's license, but I'm not Filipino.
Citizen, and I have a driver's license. I didn't spend 5 or 10 years here to get a passport.
This already looks like AI.
Just an hour and a half. How? There's a market here for forged documents. Driver's licenses, PhDs, and virtually any official document you can imagine. We're going to get them forged. You can get a death
Looks like it's not AI.
certificate proving that you're dead, and forge a new ID proving that you're someone else. Many
No upload.
people from East Asian countries like Korea and Taiwan have relocated here. Many are wanted suspects or fugitives from justice, because here they can change their identity through forged documents and start a new life as a completely different person.
Brother, I can take a Philippine passport?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Address.
Address?
I'm gonna change my identity entirely. I paid him a lot of money so I could film this. Look at how he's taking the passport photo.
I look like I died.
That's good. AI.
Okay.
Now we'll wait for an hour. In just 1 hour, you can forge any document you want. You can disappear from existence.
It's 7,500.
I'm gonna pay him $150 for the passport.
All certificate.
I can be a doctor?
Yeah.
Important disclaimer, guys. No one should ever do this. I only did it for the video. Doing this can land you in prison.
Huh. Well, yeah. Yeah, marami nga ganito sa recto, right? Isn't it the since time immemorial, 'di ba? Kung may gusto kang ipa-forge, pagawa mo sa recto. The joke is kapag may certificate ka, gawa lang 'yan sa recto. First inspection, it's probably gonna pass, but of course, this won't have actual records in any database. So when it comes to that, it will fail. Maybe perhaps now it's not as effective anymore as before. Maybe before when not everything was digitalized. It's easy to get away with this. But I feel like these days, these identifications or cards, passports, I feel like it's very superficial. Hindi ka like it's not like you can get a fake passport in recto and then bring that passport to the airport and then they won't figure out that it's fake because yun na nga digitalized na and may mga database na yung gobyerno natin, so it's not as easy anymore as before, but it's still very dangerous because now you can technically really forge your identity, especially in places where double checking or checking databases aren't really a thing, right? Yeah, exactly what Mock said. Even with your license, right? Like these are just surface level identification. Kunyari, gusto mong you wanna open an account maybe, or like not even in a bank account. Like I feel like in a bank account, they're still going to be able to trace that to verify the authenticity. I'm talking about mas small time, right? Maybe sign contracts. That like sign contracts between two people that you might get away with because get a lease maybe, right? Get a lease or live somewhere. Like there's no way those things can really be verified by your average person. So it's still very dangerous because if there's a market for that, it means there's fraud going on also. If there's a market for this, there's a market for fraud and a market for criminal activity. But yeah, crazy how we're known for this in that way. We already have lots of crooks, but thanks for advertising, no more crooks are going to live in the Philippines freely. This is BS. Limited pa din ang gamit nito na di ka mahuhuli. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, of course, the video is already sensationalized to probably showcase how sketchy the Philippines is. And I'm not gonna lie, we are a sketchy country. And if you don't feel like the country is sketchy enough, it probably only means you're not living in the sketchy parts of the Philippines, right? Pero it's, if anything, it's probably just a warning, right? At how shitty our systems still are. Okay, let's move on. So this is last night's Reddit thread na hindi ko binasa. But I did read a part of this. It's a little bit of a story time. So let's read this together. I think it goes hand in hand with our favorite insult as of late, which is pangit. Ako ba yung gago kasi na-hit ko insecurity ng mama ko? Dalawa kaming magkapatid. Ako ang panganay. Yung sister ko is pretty talaga. Like masasabi mong kahit walang makeup, maganda talaga. Yung mama namin pinangangalandakan niya talaga yan kasi may anak siyang maganda. Don't get me wrong, I'm completely comfortable in my own skin. Alam kong maganda din ako in my own unique way and I'm secure in that. Sadyang napuno lang ako ngayon. Yesterday, nagpa-check up yung kapatid ko sa pinagtatrabahuhan kong clinic tapos day off ako kahapon. Hindi kilala ng workmates ko yung kapatid ko. Pero chinika nila, may nagpa-check up dito, kaapelido mo. Doon ko lang ni-reveal na kapatid ko yung chinek up nila. So yun nga, pag dinner, chinika ko sa family namin na na-recognize nila kapatid ko. Kinompliment and all. Humirit ba naman mama ko? Sinabi ba nilang bakit mas maganda kapatid mo sa'yo? Fuck. Can you imagine a mom like that? That's so dumb, bro. Isn't it the job of a parent to make you feel safe? Kung may parent kang ganito na kino-compare pa talaga kayong magkakapatid on your physical attributes, right? Let alone any attributes that will make one sibling look inferior to the other. That's so dumb. At first, di ko pinapansin. Patuloy lang ako sa chika ko. Sanay na ako eh. Umulit pa ng, siguro nakita nila mas maganda kaysa sa'yo, no? Pinag-uusapan nila yun pag alis niya. Sabay tawa. Yo, the mom is putting exactly what Alex is saying. Yung own insecurities nung nanay, nilalabas niya sa anak niya. Right? Like, that's such a terrible way of dealing with the stuff you couldn't figure out yourself. Right? Making it your kid's responsibility to figure out your insecurities, or at least to carry your problems. the hell? So anyway, let's read on. Naurat na ako. Di sinabihan kong, ay syempre maganda yan. Kasi pogi tatay namin. Sa father side naman yan siya nagmana, hindi sa mother. Natahimik ang buong lamesa. Tapos nagtitigan lang kami ng mama ko. Urat na ako sa mga pahirit niya kahit di naman related. Mind you, yung kapatid ko super humble. Nagti-thank you lang yun kapag kino-compliment. Etong nanay namin, panay ngawa. Natapos ang dinner na walang imikan. Chinat lang ako ng papa namin na umiiyak daw mama namin kasi indirectly ko siyang tinawag na pangit. Na-offend siya kasi in-imply ko na walang nakuwang pretty feature yung kapatid ko sa kanya. Although I didn't regret what I said, I just need to know. Ako ba yung gago? First of all, what's the dad doing here? Right? What the hell is the dad doing here? Not intervening and letting the mom make these jokes. In fact, I have a bigger problem with the dad. Because matagal na pala itong ginagawa ng nanay eh. What's the dad been doing this entire time? Right? Like, I understand, right? As husband and wife, your priority, your number one priority is each other. Second most priority, yung kids. Not everyone will agree on that. But basically, asawa muna bago yung anak. However, not only is my wife, as the dad, not only is my wife being a shitty parent, but I'm also perpetuating that behavior, allowing my wife to be shitty to my kids. Those are my kids too. So parang, bakit yung dad walang ginagawa dito? LJ, I love what you did there. Di ka gago, ang satot pa nga ng rebuttal mo. Ganyan pala ka-sensitive mama mo pag about sa kanya, pero pag sa'yo kung ano-anong comparison sinasabi. She deserves it. Dapat nga directing mo pa siyang tinawag na pangit. Pangit! Di ka gago, sabihin mo, oo nga ma ba't kasi ako sa'yo nagmana? Kapag siya mang insulto, okay lang. Pag siya inasar, iyak-iyak siya. Don't dish it if you can't take it. Yeah, man. I don't think this is cool, bro. Like, hi, OJ. This ain't cool. I hope that they figure this shit out and hopefully that breaks the ice. Magkaayusan na sila for good because that mom needed a reality check and finally, OP could OP could no longer take it. Yun, na reality check tuloy. Okay, let's move on. Natakot siguro si kuya sa dog cat namin. Sir, dito na po ako sa bahay nyo. Wait po, pabalik na po, may binili lang. May aso po dito sa bintana nakabantay. Tapos may laptop po na nakabukas, walang tao po. Yes po, dyan po, pabalik na po in a minute. What is a dog this large doing on the window pane or doing on the window ledge? Sobrang chill lang no asong to no? Hey, that is not, sinister, my sinister grin. I agree. Like, there are some parents that have a totally different worldview and are not aware of their own actions because of also how they were raised. However, as the children of those parents, responsibility ba natin yun? We can understand, we can empathize, know where they probably are. At the same time, that's their shit to work on. That's not our shit to deal with. And I know that's hard to grasp for a lot kasi syempre bilang Pilipino, tight-knit talaga tayo sa pamilya natin. But I think as we become wiser as a whole, as the generations get smarter and smarter and more independent, we should be able to learn that identify na, our parents also probably grew up in shitty households, but that's not our problem to bear. But so yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Sinister Grin, na minsan, if you look a little deeper, dig a little deeper, it's just generational trauma being passed on. Isn't that the term for it? Generational trauma. And then, this is where it ends, diba? The generational trauma stops with us. Because yeah, sure. Yung parents got shitty parents, our grandparents got shitty parents, and so on and so forth. So the buck that stops with us the moment we take action and set our boundaries. But good for bringing that up para at least may empathetic side din yung take natin, not just, fuck you. Yeah, hindi nangangagat ng judge lang. That's a funny one. Boss, worth it ba yung money ko sa ground chicken, whey protein, plant protein, at protein bars? I'll be honest with you, Light in the Darkness. Ang sagot, yes. Pero may kulang sa listahan mong yan. Alam mo ba kung ano yung kulang? I'm not sure alam mo yung kulang, Light in the Darkness. Kaya pakikita ko na lang sa'yo kung ano yung kulang sa listahan mo. Eto ang kulang dyan. Head and Shoulders Clinical Strength with 1% selenium sulfide. It's surely going to keep dandruff off of your scalp. Bumili na. Available in Watson's nationwide. But for real, chat, I use this every day. Ito yung gamit ko. Ito yung gamit ko, okay? Ito yung gamit ko, yung nasa pinaka-right, yung advanced oil control, because I tend to be oily. It really smells good. I'm not kidding. It smells good. Yun yung ano niya, that's the reason why I like it. I don't normally get dandruff. I think I have once in 2025. Because that's also the time na nahilig ako gumamit ng virgin coconut oil sa buhok ko. And there were times na maglalagay lang ako ng virgin coconut oil and tapos di ako mag-shampoo the next day. And so nagbe-build up yung oil hanggang sa nagka-dandruff ako. By the way, that's how dandruff works. And then, I got dandruff and I did deep research. I showed you already. Nag-deep research ako kay ChatGPT and isa sa mga lumabas, Head and Shoulders Clinical Strength, at the time last year, hindi pa available to sa Philippines. So now that it's available, I'm happy that it's part of my arsenal. I would say mas angat to because we're already dealing with clinical strength. Like, there's the Head and Shoulders na regular shampoo, and then there's Head and Shoulders Clinical Strength. Mas angat to in terms of dandruff protection. It's a good question. Because I promise you, chat, I did deep research on that. I'm afraid to show you my chat history. Mock might call out my virgin coconut oil again. Wait. Clinical strength. Here. Just like I mentioned, chat. This was last year. Clinical strength. Isa siya sa mga lumabas. There, see? Isa siya sa mga lumabas when I was doing my deep research. If you decide to use Head and Shoulders, go for the clinical strength. Boom. I researched last year. Unfortunately, wala pang clinical strength this year. Okay. No, for real though. For real. Legit yun. By the way, okay, so just to give you a little bit of a background, one time, I had ChatGPT on the stream and then I think andun yung search history ko. And then napansin ni Mok, bakit ko sinearch yung virgin coconut oil and kung safe ba yun gamitin during a specific action. Okay? Okay, so I want to be transparent with everybody because I know that trust is a big thing between us, chat. But so sometime when I was first beginning to use ChatGPT And ever since then, by the way, na-trauma na ako. I make sure naka-zoom 250% parati yung browser tuwing nasa ChatGPT tayo para hindi na makita yung history. I searched that. I honestly did. I'm gonna admit that I did. But I'm gonna stand by the reason why I searched it. I remember my friend in high school, when he lost his V card, sinabi niya sa akin na virgin coconut oil yung ginamit niya. And, randomly, inisip ko lang, is that even safe? Won't that cause a yeast infection? Because generally, that's what dandruff is, right? It's too much oil production, and your body overcompensating for that oil production. So nagkakaroon ng dandruff. In the same way, magkaka-yeast infection yung vagina ng babae if you introduce foreign substances which destroy the pH balance as well as the bacteria environment in there. And so I wondered, is it even possible? So that's why chinat GPT ko, is it safe to use VCO during those words, those acts? So that's the real story. That's the real story. No, that's the real story. Chat, you know what? I-guess natin siya. Tanungin ko. Did you really use virgin coconut oil when you and girl did it? Legit kasi. Di ako nabibiro. Legit yung story na yun. And it's true. Like, See? Isama sa hangout. What's up, Albred? Is there something new? Nothing new, but I want you to come over here to YouTube. Halika dito, mga nasa TikTok ngayon. Come over here to YouTube. My username is CI Benipayo. Okay, what else we have here? Di ba po bawal ito? Let me guess. Ginagamit tong ambulance for other reasons other than for an ambulance. I know, Mok. And also, from then on, ang ChatGPT ko, for stream use. Ang personal use ko, ibang platform na. Lamay? Burol? Ililibing na? Patient transport vehicle. Ayun yung members. Motorcade na burol. I'm honestly more concerned. Idadala pa lang sa ER. Before and after. No. I'm more concerned if illegal ba ang motorcades these days. Yeah, DOA is dead on arrival. Yeah, like doon ako mas concerned because I feel like if pwede naman na ang ganito, anong tawag dito? Motorcade? May ibang tawag dito eh. Convoy. Kung legal naman to, itong convoy na to, then fine. Because maybe nagpaalam to sa kagawad. Pumayag yung kagawad na ipagamit to. And if it's, under the list of capacities na pwedeng ipagawa ng kagawad or pwedeng ipahiram yung kotse for, then I suppose it's okay. I mean, especially if, What if government employee, right? Like, I feel like if it's all within the rules, like I'm not gonna jump the gun here and say na hindi, mali ka agad to. I think that there are rules here that I feel if followed make this okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is not one of those things na obviously wrong. I feel like there can be nuance to this. So let's see the comments here. I feel lang I feel that's it, right? There could be nuance to this one. Oo nga, wala ba silang barangay patrol? Yan dapat ang pinagko-convoy sa patay. Tsaka di ba pinatanggal na ng DILG mga muka? There. Yeah, tama. Tama si My Sinister Grin. Wait, My Sinister Grin, are you Allen? Nakalimutan ko yung username ni Allen kagabi. Tsaka di ba pinatanggal ng DILG yung mga mukha at pangalan na yan? Yeah. Yun yung mas concerning for me. Shame the corrupt. Yeah, ang dami na nating there you go. Alright. Conix. What's up, Conix? Ang dami na nating ganitong subreddit. Shame the corrupt. Epal PH. Ang dami na. Anyway, let's move on. I think there's not much to get from this because I feel like there could be exceptions that we're just not aware of. Okay, let's move on. Private chef, sana all. Has anybody here tried a private chef? Like, what's up, Samwax? Samwax. I feel like in a way, you're gonna end up paying about the same amount for a fine dining experience and for you to just hire a personal chef and pay for the raw materials yourself. Right? Like what's up, Peyton Joe? I feel like my value in getting a personal chef. I don't think it's all just because I have a lot of money, I can spend it on whatever I want. I feel like you are more or less going to end up spending the same amount in a fine dining restaurant. Like, provided of course you own the place already. Syempre, if i-rent mo pa yung place, dagdag expense din yun. If you're gonna go in a restaurant with a private chef, that's another expense. I'm saying, ikaw na yung may-ari nung place, nung dining venue, mag-hire ka ng chef, tapos ikaw din bibili, tapos siya bibili lahat ng ingredients, but you're paying for all of those ingredients at market value. You're not paying for it at restaurant prices. And then in the end, it might all just even out, right? Tepan, yung ba yung yung Tepan ba yung malaking... Damn it, let me just Google it. Yeah, this one, Teppanyaki. Omakase. Not counted. Almost, but not quite. Yeah, so I do feel like, I mean, if you think about it, chat, right? Like, how much is a steak in a private restaurant? In a restaurant. At least 3 or 4K, right? Like a good size steak will put you back 3 or 4K. If you buy that, a good steak per kilo, I'm not sure how much it is, so I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Probably half the price. I'm not quite sure, Mok, you hired the correct person. Baka iba yan. I feel like it will all even out in the end if you pay for a private chef. And, it makes it more special and intimate for your guests. Oh, hibachi versus omakase. Thank you for the education there. So, hibachi, ikaw ang mag-order. Ang omakase, sila yung nagde-decide ng dish. Damn it, this is just making me hungry, chat. This is the moment where I truly realize there are levels to this. Again, I feel like it's gonna even out in the end. It's gonna even out in the end. I do have a friend, so personal experience to. I do have a friend who hires a personal chef to meal prep their food every week. And it only costs 2K. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, 2K. 2K to prepare all their food for the week. Syempre sila rin yung bibili nung raw ingredients, 'di ba? But, just think about that for a sec. You pay only 2K for the service fee, and then sila na yung magluluto for the whole week, for food for the whole week. That's good. Yeah. Sila na rin yung maghuhugas ng pinggan at maglilinis ng appliances mo. They'll go to your house. I think it's 2K plus transpo. 2K plus transpo yung service fee. Let me see if I have the numbers here. Hold on. I have the specific numbers here. Pero kung yun nagkakamali, it's 2K plus transpo. 'Di ba? Okay na. I don't know how many meals, pero like food good for the week. As in yung amount of potahe good for the week na. And nakakatawa daw tingnan yung chef sa kusina nila because they've never seen their kitchen be optimized in such a way na mukhang cooking mama yung chef. As in, lahat umaandar daw at the same time. And parang bang alam nung chef exactly what to do all the time and may umaandar parate. Yeah, so yeah. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That just you pay for is 2K worth all that time you spend on cooking in a week? Some would argue yes. Some might think it's too expensive and they'll just do it themselves. But for my friend who has a family, tas wala silang help, I feel like it's a good deal for them. Diba? Yeah, but for the chef, that's what? 2K for 3 hours of work? And if the chef can pull off 2 a day, that's 4K a day. 80K a month if the chef works 20 days a week. 20 days a month. Diba? It's probably it's probably cheap, but if you do the numbers, it scales pretty easily for the chef. Or the cook. Or I think chef talaga. So not bad na. Okay, speaking of, yeah, well, ito naman kasi sa Mox, ikaw rin yung magbabayad ng mo. Ikaw rin yung magbabayad ng ingredients mo. So it's not like it's 2K tapos food na yun plus service. 2K yung service pa lang, plus transpo, plus yung food na ipaluluto mo. Yup, that's true. So yeah, my okay. All right, PM me Alex. May sinend si JR.
So people have been asking me, how did you become a private chef? To be honest, that wasn't really the plan. Back in 2020, during the pandemic, I started a small home business called Crispy. No experience running a business, just me, the condo kitchen, and a lot of risk. But somehow it worked. By May 2021, I opened my first physical store and
oh my god,
and
diba?
a lot of risk.
Si 69 kantutan points.
It worked. By May
That guy.
2021, by May
This guy. Si Big Boy Cheng.
2021, I opened my first physical store, and then during August 2022, I opened a second branch. From the outside, it looked like everything was going well, daming sales, mga features at TikTok and all that. But behind the scenes, it was a different story. There were costs, pressure, burnout, and by January 2024, I had to close the second branch. I kept on going. Joined Bazaar.
Yeah. You don't know that kay Big Boy Cheng?
I opened my first physical store.
So,
and
over the
then
pandemic,
it's just me, the content
everybody
kitchen,
sent
and a
food to
lot
this
of
guy.
it.
To
Somehow it worked.
where's Big Boy Cheng?
By
There you go. So everybody sent food to this guy. Everybody sent food to this guy, and he would always rate it. If it's good, he would say 69 kantutan points. Di ko alam. I don't know Big Boy Cheng beyond his social media personality. I don't know who the dude is. Ang alam ko may rumors siya ang may-ari ng family niya yung may-ari ng Uratex. One of the biggest toy collectors in the Philippines. But other than those things, I don't know who he is as a person. I don't know what he does outside of social media. So, yeah. Yun lang yung naalala ko sa kanya.
2021,
Food
opened
I
my first
approve.
P5 in September. I started a new concept called Go-Bab. And sometimes, starting over also means letting go. So, by January 2026, I had to close my main grocery store. Honestly, felt like I was going back to square one. Until one day, someone messaged me on FB like 3
Yeah, chat. I have to agree. If you spend an hour, just do the math, right? How much do you make if you get the monthly wage, you divide that by the hours of work you put in, that's your hourly rate. You weigh that against how much time it takes you to cook on a day-to-day basis, and then probably add a factor of probably multiply that by how precious time is as well. You multiply it by a factor of maybe 1.5, diba? That's how much your time is worth per hour, because it's not like per hour all it really takes is it's the inconvenience of having to carve out an hour to an hour and a half of your day to prepare food for the entire day. Right? I mean, you can do basic math on it, weigh it out, and see if sulit sa'yo ang pag-hire ng chef. Of course, iba ang pag-hire ng private chef to cook your food for the week versus pag-hire ng private chef to cook food for an event. Two very, very different things. Sinigang with tocino at itlog. So, the reason why tinanong ko kung si Paul, kung si Allen ba tong isa sa mga nasa chat is because of this one, chat. Okay? Tosilog. Sabi ni Allen, tosilog is not good. Bruh, have you seen this? By the way, this is good sinangag too. Ito yung sinangag na naaamoy mo yung garlic. Ito yung sinangag na aayawin ng mga foreigners. You know what I mean? Because to us, chat, garlic is just a way of life. It's just in our food. It's in most of our food. But to a lot of Westerners, I do feel like garlic isn't present in everything that they eat. Sure, garlic should go with some food because it makes food more savory and it brings out flavors in food. But unlike us, na lahat na lang ng ginagawa natin may bawang, sa kanila, I would feel unusual yung kanin na ganitong karaming bawang. That's the kind of garlic rice that it is. And it's very, very delicious for me. Ito yung medyo may may pagka crunchy. And then, of course, the egg here na 50-50 salmonella. Always a good choice. Team over easy though, chat. Yeah, bruh. I don't know though, chat. Can you type in ano yung favorite nyong silog? What's your favorite silog, chat? I just wanna know. Just a quick survey. Favorite silog nyo? I would say adobo silog. That's cheating, bro. Tap silog, syempre, of course. Hard to beat tap silog. Like the only time you can beat a tap silog is if you probably have a super special dish, because any average tap silog might trump most silogs already for me. But it's not my favorite still though. Long silog. Zadikos! I haven't seen you in a long time. Ito ba si Zach? Tap silog, to silog, hot silog. Anybody here fans of bang silog? Bang silog? Hotdog silog? Bang silog. Bang silog. Chick silog. Yeah, chat. Chick silog. I haven't said that word in a long time. I feel like napabalik ako sa high school ko with chick silog. Wait, what, LJ? Chick silog. I feel like chick silog is where it's at. Boneless chick silog. Bagnet silog, bro. Bagnet silog, it's over. Ang masarap na wait. Hold on. Ang masarap na kasama kapag bagnet silog na yung kinakain mo, chances are, would probably be this one. Super okay to nakasama. ng bagnet silog. I wouldn't know, chat. Did I Google the correct one? If bagnet silog yung kakainin mo, ito dapat ang dessert mo. High blood med. All right, let's move on. Oof. Chocolate milk, chat. I love chocolate milk. I suppose this is just... I picked this Reddit thread because I just wanted to show support for this brand. So it's Dairy Box, apparently. And I suppose ganun din yung isang brand. Milka Creme. There you go. Wow. Ano yung tawag sa bangle na to, chat? What do you call that gold bangle? Yung... This is very expensive. Like, I don't think this will go below 80k. What's that bangle called? Anyway, nasa milk, Cartier. There you go. Nasa Milka Creme. This is the way. This is the way. For the longest time, there is a certain brand of chocolate milk. I think it is milk. Yeah, it is Milka Creme. Chat, this is one of the best chocolate milks I've ever had. And I'm not lying. Super G neto. Like, I would go as far as to have a 3-liter choco milk mukbang. Oh, that's gonna be good, huh? Yeah. This is no regrets if you get this. itong chocolate Carabao's milk, very delicious. Very high in sugar because it's chocolate. It's chocolate milk, but it's also very creamy because it's made from Carabao's milk. The only downside, in case you didn't know, chat, to having Carabao's milk is yung expiration date niya. Because it's higher in fat, it expires more easily. So yeah, Carabao's milk, I'm down to have a 3-liter mukbang of this one. Oh my god, let's go! Okay, moving on. Eye-opening advice. I'm down for that, June. I feel like ang magiging kalaban ko kapag nag 3-liter milk mukbang ako. What's up, Yel? Would be constipation. Like, one may think that if you overconsume dairy, magtatae ka. I think that's only going to happen if you're not used to consuming dairy and you suddenly consume a copious amount of it. But if, generally speaking, you eat a lot of cheese already, you drink your whey, routinely, you drink milk regularly, just like me, I feel like dairy isn't going to be a problem for me. It's not going to be a explosive diarrhea situation for me. However, ang fear ko with consuming that amount of milk and nothing else will probably be constipation. Because there's no fiber, there are no other nutrients, and it's literally just milk. So I think that that's going to be the bigger risk for me, constipation. More than diarrhea or explosive diarrhea. Harry, why are people using Rene for clout now? We don't know. We know, we can only guess, but we don't know bakit siya lumaki ng ganito. Okay, chat, drop your eye-opener advice. Any advice. Because you never know, anybody in the chat right now might want to get a reality check, may just want to hear something refreshing. So if you have any advice, drop it in the chat right now. Any advice, chat? I'll start para walang magkahiyaan dito. By the way, you don't have to take this seriously. If you have joke time na advice, whatever advice is, give it. I have one, and I made this my Instagram status last week. Mind you, I've never done an Instagram status. Natuwa lang ako sa quote, and I'm like, I want to share this. Saan ko kaya ito pwede i-share? Hindi naman ako nagte-threads. Bihira ako mag-threads. And I don't really do quotes on IG stories. So I thought, what if I make it a status? The quote goes, "The silence you're avoiding." I got the quote wrong already. Let me just type it down so that I could show it to you. Okay? What's that quote again? Here. The answers you are looking for are in the silence that you're avoiding. Amen. I do feel like a lot of the time I find that I'm distracting myself just so I don't have to face all these thoughts in my head that need attention. It can be me doom scrolling so that I don't have to be responsible for all these open loops in my head. It could be me doing reckless things just so that I don't have to face the music. Right? But a lot of the times, chat, the answers that we are looking for need to be addressed in the most difficult ways. It's usually moments where we have to be real with ourselves. It's usually moments of a lot of introspect, a lot of self-reflection. And, self-reflection can hurt at times because kailangan natin ramdaman yung feelings to learn, to get something out of it. We can't keep pushing those feelings away or rejecting those feelings by distracting ourselves. Sometimes we got to feel the feels. Let it course through us. Accept that it's happening. Feel the pain so that when it's all over, we come out of all of that just a little bit more wise. So the answers you are looking for are in the silence that you're avoiding. That's mine. That's mine. A good partner is afraid of hurting you. A bad partner is afraid of you leaving. Ooh, I think I read that one, Levy, on TikTok. Be your own cheerleader. I like that, June. I like that. It's sort of like have good self-talk. Have great self-talk. Because I think a lot of times we are our own worst critic. I can see myself being super harsh at myself when the people around me will probably see otherwise. So I agree. Be your own cheerleader. I like that. Also, Romeo, how your life is inherently tied to other people. Smallest spark we can emit. Yeah, yep, I agree there also. I agree. You forgive yourself enough to be useful again, not enough to forget. Just enough to move. Hey. Yeah. A step at a time, Konix. Those who can't sacrifice anything can't change anything. Ooh. Everything is a trade-off, apparently. I've been listening to this podcast, si Alex Hermosi. And para sa kanya, everything is a trade-off. There is a cost to everything. Nothing is free. Di lahat ng kumikinang ginto. Rejection is redirection. Ooh, I like that one too. Life is shit. That can be true too. Enjoy your own company is beautiful, especially for those who are very dependent, right? Like who are afraid to be alone. Mano no aware. What's that? Mano no aware? How do you even say that? Mano no aware? Harry? Chat. Harry is asking for advice. Got rejected by your girl? What should I do now? Harry, you wanna come over here? Chat, bigyan ko ba ng advice si Harry na reject daw siya ng girl? Harry, alika dito sa alika dito sa YouTube. CI Benipayo yung username ko. I will give you very good advice. If you got rejected by a girl. It's good advice, promise, Harry. Alika dito, YouTube. Tapos sabihin mo ikaw si Harry. Bigyan ka namin ng advice. The pathos of things, capturing a gentle, bittersweet sadness and deep appreciation for impermanence and fleeting beauty of life. There is the fleeting beauty of life. There's a term for this. Oh my god, I'm trying to dig deep. Trying to dig deep. A term for that. The lightness of being. Yeah, there you go. The lightness of being. I'm not sure if you remember, but once upon a time, ang slogan ng Snapshot is called the lightness of being. Because back then, and even up until now, the core essence of a Snapchat is basically disappearing messages, right? The lightness of being. Just sometimes you don't have to think too much about whatever is happening. Sometimes things don't happen for a reason. Sometimes things just are. I like that. So the lightness of being. Is it still Snapchat's slogan? Was it ever, or am I hallucinating? Yeah, there you go. The phrase "the lightness of being" on Snapchat refers to the app's core design philosophy. Sometimes it just is. The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. Nire-recommend ni Sam. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. May translation yung c'est la vie. Biels. Sa Tagalog. Alam mo yung translation ng c'est la vie? Need ko na motivation to move forward in life. Sayang si Harry di nagpunta dito sa YouTube. Bigyan sana natin ng malupit na advice ngayon na na-reject siya ng babae. Nako po, Biels. Okay. Let's see what other things here people are saying. Okay, so ang translation ng C'est la vie in Filipino is bahala na si Batman. I'm being for real. If you really think about it, that's what it is. Bahala na si Batman. C'est la vie. If it is meant for you, it will cross oceans, distances, doubts to reach you. Just because you work hard and want something doesn't mean you'll get it. Ooh. You know, the interesting thing here, chat, is a lot of the times I've listened to many podcasts where the interviewee is somebody super successful, malarags to riches, and then may mga mayayaman ng pinanganak na mas yumaman pa. People born with a silver spoon in their mouth who made the most of what they had and surpassed whatever wealth they were born into. And oftentimes, it's divided into two. Yung mga pinagsasabi nila. On one camp, you have people here who say that, you know, no matter how hard you work, just like what this person is saying, and how much you want something, it doesn't mean you'll get it. Because luck is a very big factor to it. Luck is something that you cannot account for and you have no control over. And, you know, that makes sense. And that's one camp. But there is another camp who says that you have to create your own luck. You have to put yourself in a situation where luck favors you. Because, yun na nga eh, luck, you can build an environment where eventually luck will find you. So, in short, there's one side saying na big factor ang luck. There's another one that says, nope, it's not such a huge factor. And sometimes I get worked up trying to believe which is what or what to believe in some more. But I suppose they both make sense, right? There's no growth in comfort. There's no comfort in growth. And there's no growth in comfort. Good one too. I mean, let's not forget, one of the best quotes just dropped recently, chat. Here you go. Let's not forget all the things he wanted to be. What? What's the Odyssey quote? Chat, what's the Odyssey quote? Odyssey. The most we want is what the what? The most we want is what the most we can't have. Huh? This is so wrong, bro. And what the most we can't have is what we already had in... Wait, bro. There you go, I found it. What you most want is what you most can't have, and what you most can't have is what you already had and lost. Let's read that again. What you most want is what you most can't have. What the hell, bro? And what you most can't have is what you already had and lost. Bruh. Dart sa heart. Diba? In short, you gotta live your life to the fullest. Be present each time, Chad. Because you don't know. You don't know. Like we're always gonna want to be 20 years younger. So they say. 20 years from now, you're gonna wish you were 20 years younger. Each time. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be 0 years old again. But, yeah, they say that a lot. Alright, let's move on. Oof, balik na naman sa pagkain. Yo, chat. I'm not the biggest KFC fan. Okay? I'm not the biggest KFC fan. But this shit good. This shit good. The sinabaw niya pa yung gravy niya. Yeah, let's go. The correct way to use gravy, chat. Let's go. Tama ba? Hindi usual ang gravy sa chicken? Sa Pilipinas lang ginagawa ang gravy sa chicken? Hey Cesar, they're good. The VinFast e-motorcycles, they're good. I feel like if you get them with a battery subscription, even better. I would prefer that you get them with a battery subscription because that means virtually unlimited yung warranty mo. VinFast will take care of your battery. You get your motorcycle at a cheaper price and you're always guaranteed to have a battery that works. And I mean, the environmental friendliness is probably one of the last reasons to get an e-motorbike. The practicality is probably going to be one of the first. It runs like a motorcycle, feels like a motorcycle. Kaya mong ilusong sa tubig, of course, within reasonable heights. And it goes fast. It goes fast. It's a good motorcycle. I'm not gonna buy one, Cesar, but I'm lucky enough that VinFast will be giving me one. So, yeah, abangan. But because I will be test driving the VinFast e-motorcycle, Cesar. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it because I already rode it as well. I have to agree with TJ here. Na hit or miss ang mga KFC when it comes to their gravy. But, my God. If it's a good KFC branch, it's an amazing KFC branch. Amazing KFC experience. Like, yung gravy na, like, I get that gravy na malabnaw na walang lasa sucks. Pero yung super lapot naman na gravy ng KFC ain't that good either. I'm looking for that perfect balance with that rich taste. Oh, that shit hits. Give me 2,000 calories of nothingness. I will eat it. I will be taking motorcycle lessons. I'll be taking motorcycle lessons. I'll be having my license properly updated. I'll go through the motions of being able to drive a motorcycle. Because that's how much I believe in the VinFast e-motorcycle, chat. I will go through lengths para matuto. Okay, Harry, that's good advice too. Pero kung gusto mo malipat dito sa YouTube, feel free to come over. We'll give you great advice as well. Just say you're Harry and bibigay namin sa'yo yung advice on what to do if you get rejected by a girl. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get my motorcycle yet. But I feel like within August, all of those things I'll be doing. Now, don't worry, JR. I'll really be... Kumaga, that's gonna be my journey that I want to share in the video that I'll be putting out. Na I believe in the VinFast e-motorcycle so much that I enrolled myself into motorcycle driving school, properly updated my license para lang magamit ng maayos and ma-maximize yung VinFast e-motorcycle ko. Like, I want it to be as genuine as that. And if I'm able to wrap that into a good story, I feel like I will be able to convince people to make that purchase or try the VinFast e-motorcycle. Because again, na-experience ko siya in a controlled environment in Vietnam. Okay talaga eh. Kung nagmumotor ka, there's no reason for you to keep driving a ice motorcycle, right? Or a traditional motorcycle or a gas-powered motorcycle. All signs or all reasons really point out into getting a VinFast e-motorcycle. I just don't see why may reason pa na magkaroon ng gas motorcycle if you're gonna get a motorcycle for the first time. Ipaparaffle ba yung e-motorcycle? No. I'll be driving it. Like, I had thoughts of selling it. But okay, there's one reason. There's one reason why you might want to get gas-powered motorcycles over EVs. Gas-powered motorcycles, how do I say this? Based on the reviews of yung mga motovloggers na kasama ko, gas-powered motorcycles, it's like, how do I put this? It's like driving a world-class golf cart versus a muscle car. Like an American muscle car. There's just so much more power in a gas-powered motorcycle. And maybe you would want that. Maybe you want more power in your motorcycle. Maybe, I don't know, you want to feel that pag sinakin may motorcycle. But again, if you're city driving, not really going long distance, the VinFast e-motorcycles are very, very good. My favorite fresh milk, Milka Creme. My favorite fresh milk, Nestle Fresh Milk. It's gonna be Nestle Fresh Milk. Ang ayoko lang sa KFC, kapag take out yung gravy, ang hirap buksan. Oh my God, chat. Why did I pick these Reddit threads? I even forgot this already, man. Anybody like onion rings? Yo, is this Trunky? Chat, birthday ni Trunky. Everybody in the chat, itong si Mr. 54321, birthday niya ngayon. Chat, is that Trunky? I can't see the profile picture. Okay. Chat, that is Trunky. That is my best friend. That is Sadie Trunks. Remember Sadie Trunks? By the way, may dalawa nang nag-greet sa'yo. Si OJ and si Gio. Chat, that's my best friend right here. It's his birthday today. Greet him. Please greet him, chat. Just say happy birthday, Sadie Trunks. Javi yung pangalan niya eh. Javi yung pangalan niya, kaya ang tawag sa kanya ng chat dati, Sadie. Kasi Javi yung pangalan niya. If you want more power, go gas. If you want practicality, saving the environment, and doing 90% of what you already do with your motorcycle, go for the VinFast EV. VinFast e-motorcycle. But damn, chat, this is good. What the fuck, bruh? What the hell? Man, I wish... sobrang hugot naman neto. Ito yung top comment netong Burger King thread. Man, I wish I wasn't broke right now. Sarap umorder ng BK ngayon. Usually minus a cheeseburger with fries. Oh, wait. I misread that. I thought broken up right now. My bad. Alright, let's move on. This Whopper meal looks so good. Hell yeah, chat. Kakakain ko lang pero gutom ulit ako. Alright, we have to move on. What's the next thread? Oh my God, chat. It's not ending. Finally, nalibre ko na rin si Mama at Papa. Oh my God. First of all, congrats at nalibre mo yung parents mo. These are not bad pieces either. Mukhang malalaking mga chicken nila. If this is a leg, that's a huge ass leg. That's a thigh. That's a wing. They got an entire chicken here already. Daming spaghetti nito ah. Happy for them. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, if Cavite to Makati, I might not go with an e-motorcycle. Or if you do, LJ, you might have to pay for... Hindi, parang parehas yung range ng lahat eh. Power lang yata yung pinagkaiba ng mga VinFast e-motorcycles eh. Kung di ako nagkakamali, power yung pinagkaiba, pero yung range yata pare-parehas lang. Wait, let's see it ah. Okay, let's look at range. Range 150 km kung dalawang battery. Range 145, dalawang battery. Yeah, it's the same range. I feel like it's the power and the look, I guess. But yeah, ito yung ibibigay sa akin, chat. You guys picked green, by the way, so I'm going with olive green. Hell yeah, chat. Magkakamotor na tayo. We're going for the Evo. Alright, let's move on. Shit, ang sarap na ito. I'm hungry right now. Sana makantuhan ng lamesa ang... Huh? What did you say, Gina? Do you think regular taxpayers should also be eligible for the government's 10 pesos per liter fuel subsidy? This is an educational post. Okay, at first glance, I thought, hell yeah. Diba, dapat lahat makinabang sa 10 pesos off per liter. Because after all, the government should be taking care of everybody. That's what I thought when I saw this, because that was the question of this thread, right? Do you think regular taxpayers, for as long as you're paying your tax, should also be eligible for the government's 10 pesos per liter fuel subsidy? That's the question. And again, knee-jerk reaction ko, yeah, of course. Para lahat tayo, makinabang dito. And then I remembered nung nag-deep dive tayo sa Indonesia. Because, remember chat, in Indonesia, fuel is subsidized by the government, generally speaking. And that's how they keep their fuel prices low. However, we also did learn in Indonesia, or in countries, we did learn in countries where fuel is subsidized as a whole for the entire population, that it can get very problematic. Because the rich people only get to hoard more gas. And nakikinabang din sila as much as those who actually need it more. So, natutulungan man yung kailangan tulungan, natutulungan din yung hindi kailangan tulungan. Parang tong yung may nabasa ako, may nakita akong TikTok na parang grabe tong si Idol. Parating nagbibigay ng tulong sa sobrang bait. Sa sobrang bait, tumutulong sa mahirap, tumutulong din sa mayaman. And it sounds silly, but that's what it is, right? These kinds of subsidies it's a social effort. Ang makikinabang dapat dito, hindi yung mayayaman o may kaya na. They're good, they're fine. Right? I know this is going to be another 4-piece discussion kung saan ang nagsasuffer na naman yung middle class. But we don't have to go too deep. When I read this comment, doon ako naliwanagan. Understandable for PUVs kasi main livelihood nila yan. Literal na nakasalalay dyan kung magkano ang take-home nila sa pamilya nila. As for everyone else, removing excise tax plus VAT will certainly have immediate relief and effect. So basically, mas importante to para sa mga nangangailangan. They should also suspend excise tax on fuel products but keep the fuel subsidy for PUVs. There you go. Kung social good ang pag-uusapan, PUVs lang dapat. Kasi hindi mo na dapat nire-rewardan pa yung kaya nang magbayad ng gas. dapat isubsidize mo yung PUVs para hindi ma-disrupt yung commute transport. Paano gaganahan bumiyahe yung driver kung hindi niya kaya magpagas? Kung hindi na sila kikita kahit 10 to 12 hours silang bumiyahe? Gets na gulong subreddit to, so marami nakakotse, pero choice ko maging commuter kasi hindi ko kaya yung gas prices. Hindi advantageous sa akin na kumonti yung bumabiyahe kasi lugi na sila. So kung hindi ko kaya ang gas, wala pang bumabiyahe na PUVs, lakad na lang ako 1 hour lagi. So yeah, chat. That's what we learned, right? And I think we Googled it. And yun na nga, nagiging problematic. Kasi yung mayayaman, mas yumayaman lang. Like it's that old problem na the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. So dapat hindi universal. Yale put it very simply. For fuel subsidy, it should be targeted, not universal in our context. So I don't want to necessarily target just Indonesia. I want to talk about, I suppose, developing nations where fuel subsidy is universal. It sounds good on paper, but it doesn't exactly work out well in the end. Because, rich people still find a way to be greedy. I'm currently going to my senior year. Will it be time consuming? Yeah, bro. You gotta go through senior year, like college or high school. Yeah. It will be time consuming because you're gonna be studying. And you better take that seriously. Wag puro babae or lalaki. Focus sa studies, okay? Yun yung important parate. Studies, top of mind yan. Alam mo, chill gay guy lang ako, but every time I see Benny... Yo! What's up, Gio Concepcion? Hey man, what's up? Come over here to YouTube. Feeling ko ma-enjoy mo yung company dito, Gio. I suppose, Romeo, that if the subsidy is rolled out correctly and those who should be targeted are targeted properly, I suppose makakasama pa rin yan. Like, we're not talking about PUVs exclusively necessarily. If we go by what Yale said, targeted properly is the way to go. Okay, let's move on. Sino may mali? Kasi sabi ng partner ko, dapat pinagbigyan ko na lang. I love these videos. I love dashcam videos. Let's check this out. Sino yung may mali, chat? It is 7 in the evening. July 25. We see a red car here. Feeling ko kakaliwa to. Hindi. Ito nag-hazard. Yung nasa harapan. Nag-brake ng matindi to dahil nakita niyang nag-hazard. Nagtanggal ng hazard. Nag-hazard ulit. Nagtanggal ng hazard. What? And then, brother. What is this behavior? Again. So naka-hazard to. Ino-on-off niya yung hazard niyo. Oh, because he's confused. He's confused. Hindi niya alam kung saan siya pipila, I feel. Kaya on-off niya yung hazard niya. Kasi, dito ba ako pipila? Hindi, dito ako pipila. That's what's happening here. Kaya tinan mo yung sudden break, on ng hazard, off ng hazard, on ng hazard. What's happening here is nako-confuse ang lahat ng mga tao sa road, no? So it's really dangerous. And then in the end, he eats up the lane of this guy. Nah, dapat hindi pinagbibigyan to. Look at that. Andun na siya. I don't think it's a matter of, feeling ko cash. Or na-confuse siya because I don't think it's because gusto niya iwasan yung correct. Di niya lang talaga alam ko ano yung correct lane. It's not that iniiwasan niya kung alin yung mas maraming kotse. Nalito to at unfortunately naperwisyo lahat ng mga nasa daan. I think that's what happened here. Yeah, bro. These are the times we have to be in a really good mood Because this is fighting behavior. You know what I mean? I'd hate to see that. And you know what's worse? Siyempre, ikaw yung nagmamaneho, di ba? Nainis ka dahil ito yung ginawa niya sa'yo. Tapos biglang sasabihin ka pa ng pasahero ng katabi mo, dapat pinagbigyan mo na lang. Dapat pinagbigyan ko na lang. Diba? So, ang ginagawa dyan, dapat yung manibela, kukunin mo. Tapos ibibigay mo sa katabi mo. Ganyan. Sa'yo na to. Bro, pag ako sinabihan na dapat pinagbigyan ko na lang to, I might lose it, bro. Like, imagine sobrang chill mo or ano, like, you know, binigyan mo ng tamang response, tamang busina, tamang inis. Sinabihan ka nung katabi mo na dapat pinagbigyan mo na lang. Hell no, bro. Mukhang di lang naman dyan yung pinaghuhugutan ng partner mo. Ooh! Yo! Technically, mali yung lumipat. Based dun sa road markings, solid white lane na. Personally, pansin ko parang binilisan mo din. I don't think it's worth it kung nagkasabitan pa kayo. The fact din na hindi naman busy yung toll, just my opinion. Hey, I didn't see this, but it's correct. Oo nga, no? Binilisan din nung guy. Yeah. Cooler head. Rule of the road, right? Let cooler heads prevail. Adulting starter pack. Things I do every now and then. Bring a water bottle everywhere. Keep an umbrella in your bag. Never trust your phone battery at 15%. Always have just in case. I don't have this, chat. I have to admit, I do not have, as a grown man, chat, I do not have just in case cash. Like, I have like any given day, I probably have like 100. At least I have 100. Pamparking. But I do not have just in case cash. I know there are others out there who carry at least 1,000 broken down into a 500 and 100s. But I'm not that guy, man. Just in case bariya. Just in case card pwede. But just in case, oh man. Yeah, pero wala. I'm not reliable when it comes to the cash. Stretch your body before your back reminds you to. Buy quality once instead of buying cheap 5 times. Easy to say, but this is the correct thing to do, honestly. Rest before you burn out. Ayan, para to sa mga nagbanggit kanina sa chat na 3 to 4 hours a day lang kayo natutulog. Yung iba dito, 5 to 6. Yung iba dito, 6 to 7. But all I'm saying is, chat, it's not sustainable. You can do it for maybe a good stretch, but it's not gonna be worth it if you end up being sick, out of work, and having to pay for medications that you wouldn't have needed in the first place. Matulog ka na, bro. You enjoyed your day too much. Late ka na rin natulog kagabi. 1 hour kang natulog, Ace. Yes. Some sleep is very important and underrated. Bro, Ace, I know what you can do kung 1 hour kang kung 1 hour lang tulog mo. Makakatulong to, promise. Okay, so Ace, are you on your PC or are you on your cell phone? Ace? Ace, nasa PC ka ba or nasa cellphone? Meron akong tip para sa'yo, Ace. Makakatulong to kung 1 hour lang tulog mo. Phone? Okay. Buti na lang. Okay, Ace. So, kung titinan mo yung chat nung phone mo, okay, tinan mo siya ng maigi. Kung titinan mo yung chat ng phone mo, pag tumingin ka sa lower right nung chat box, perfect! Mas okay kung sa laptop. That's even better. So, Ace, ganito. Ace, if you look at your laptop, at the lower right side of the chat, okay, Meron kang makikitang box dito. Huwag mo nang pansinin kung ano yung nakasulat sa loob ng box. Oh, okay. Huwag mo nang pansinin kung ano yan. That doesn't mean anything. Ace, all you have to do is press this button. After you press this button, akin kasi napindot ko na before kaya di mo na makikita dito. Pero Ace, once you press this button, may makikita kang become a member. Yan! Yan, Ace! Alam mo na pala, Ace! Come on! Oh, damn it, Ace! Okay, mukhang kaya mo pa pala yung 1 hour Kala ko pa naman puyat ka na. Okay, anyway. Advice. Any other advice you wanna add to this chat? Pampaganda to ng tulog. May adulting starter pack. Chat. Anything we wanna add here? Work out, I guess. Work out. Do something. Get a hobby. Adulting starter pack. What else is a good starter pack? Oh, I know one. Adulting starter pack. No, that's not good enough. Anything else? Huwag magpabudol. At huwag magpabudol. Rest before you burn out. I'm trying to think of another one. Eat enough protein. Yeah. Eat enough protein. Like I know it's very bro to say eat more protein, chat, but you'd be surprised how much an average human would actually need need protein, how much protein an average person will need, and how much an average person actually eats. And rule of thumb, just always try to have protein in everything you eat. Having pasta is not a complete meal. Pasta with some protein, complete meal. Having ramen alone is not a complete meal. Having ramen with some meat is a complete meal. Salad is not a meal. Having salad with some chicken is a meal. Just, if hindi ka ma-gym, if you're not all about that protein life, just try to have some kind of protein in every meal that you have. Your body will thank you for it. Yeah, so that's it. Protein. Zoinks. and that too, zoinks. Okay. Talisay City. I've never been here before, chat. I love my ramen with some meat as well. LJ, what do you mean? Oh, here. May magandang tip si Sam. Check out the chat. Sabi ni Sam, get the third place where you can enjoy something other than work and rest. This is such good advice. Underrated shit. Let me pin it here, chat. What Sam said is very, very, very true. Get the third place where you can enjoy something other than work and rest. Our work is work, our house is rest, and there should be a third place to have hobbies or that is completely different about your work and rest para iwas burnout. That is so true. Yun yung number one criticism against work from home. Na ang nangyari, dahil naging prevalent at naging norm yung work from home, nawalan tayo lahat ng third space. Because not only do we have our home and work merged into our first and second space, but any other space just becomes more difficult to do. Because lahat nasa bahay mo na kailangan mo pa ba lumabas? There's no reason to. But yeah, chat, yun yung nawala sa atin in the, with the advent of technology. We all really lost a third space. Not third kabit. Not even second kabit. Not even one kabit. But third place. I would argue yes. Like, this may not be the correct answer for a lot of people. Yung PC mo could be the third space. I might say yes. Like, if gaming allows you to enter a different universe that isn't work or anything to do with the house, then yes, I would argue that gaming is a good third space. That's another reason why you should hit the gym, chat. Gym is a good third space as well. So Unfortunately, during the pandemic, ginawang propaganda yung pagbabalik sa office dahil wala raw tayong third space. Anyway, good one, Sam. Thank you for dropping that. Talisay City. The ruins. Bacolod. I've never been to Bacolod, Chad. I want to go to Bacolod. When I asked Google what places I should visit, one that came out was the ruins in Talisay, which is like a 20-minute drive from where I was staying. I was in a hurry as I had a flight to catch later on that afternoon, so I took a cab going there. Look at that. Ganda nito, ah. Is this my CCTV? It's a nice place. Yeah, June. I do work from home, technically speaking. However, I do go hit the gym. The gym is my third space. Bacolod, Iloilo, Guimaras. Alright. I'm going. Say less, Yel. I'm going. I'm eating all the chicken. Nice place, overpriced food. There you go. Forward review from JR. I've been saying this for a long time. As a Negrense, the ruins is not worth it. Yung entrance fee noon was 20 lang, but it was before 2010 pa. Overrated talaga siya as in. Ooh. Girl, was just there a month ago and my local friend already warned us not to expect too much. We were so excited, but when we got there, it was such a letdown. Oh. Alright, Yel. I got you. Say less. Finally, at 26 years old, is the title of this Reddit thread. Inuna bayaran ang bills at ang mga luho. Now is the time to finally save money for myself. And if ever na may emergency, at least hindi na manggagaling sa utang o lending app. This is a W. I don't really have a lot to say about this. All I can say, chat, is wag tayong papadala sa mga lending apps. Especially if it's used to fund non-essential purchases. And yeah, always good to build your savings. Yeah, W's to. For somebody who was able to save. Yun na nga. Pero teka lang, inuna niyang bayaran yung bills at ang mga luho. Teka lang. Didn't we just say reduce luho? Pero inunahan niyang bayaran ng bills at mga luho. My take here is that you can have luho budget. But at the same time, luho budget should be deprioritized compared to your savings or your investments. And you know what a good investment is? You really want to know what a good investment is, chat? All you have to do is you have to look at the lower right corner of your chat, Ace. And then, Ace, all you have to do is press this box, tap it, and go to the one that says become a member. I promise, Ace, that is a good investment. You will get access to all these wonderful emotes. San ka pa, di ba? Oh, ayan. You can drop W's that are gold. Ace, promise, good investment yan. Okay, what else we have here? Build your funds. Start small, it will eventually grow. Delivery rider sinalo bata na nahulog mula ikalawang palapag. Oh, this is not for the faint of heart, chat. Paano nahulog yung bata mula sa ikalawang palapag? Let's see. I hope it's not the kid that's crying. That sounds like That sounds like like a baby. That doesn't sound like a little kid. That sounds like like a toddler. Baka nga infant mode ba to eh? Oh shit, ito na. Oh no. Yo! 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 Di naman... Imagine mo, rider ka, tapos ito pa yung isang mga problema mo. Napakahirap na nga maging delivery rider. Napaka-stressful ng trabaho na yun. Tapos nadagdagan pa nito, no? Yeah, L parents. That timing too is impeccable. You know, chat, they say that during moments like this, and I don't know if this is proven or this is just some other myth that I've read online. When it comes to human instinct and our innate capacity to save the young, literal daw nagkakaroon ng time dilation. As in, because of how much adrenaline just kicks in, babagal yung oras, and that's why you see people reacting so quickly. I feel like, relatively speaking, bumagal yung oras for this person as he tried to catch the falling kid. Because look at how far that leap was, like relatively speaking. Ayun, no? Layo. That's more than 2 steps. He jumped and then that's another step. So alam mo yun, Striderman. Magaling ka dyan, Konix. Striderman. Grabe. That shit's fast, bruh. Damn, man. Saludo sa'yo, Kuya Ryder. What are the parents doing? Nasaan ang pabayang magulang ng bata? Grown man strength. Let's go. Upvote natin yan. Inactivate ni Ryder ang Zawarudo. What's that, man? Adrenaline. Yeah. I mean, good, of course, na naligtas yung bata. But what the fuck were the parents? Okay, let's talk about let's talk about our energy crisis for a bit here. So this was already a week ago, but apparently Marcos calls for a nuclear energy program revival and energy crisis. I don't know about you, Chad, but I feel like it's all coming together for the good, I hope, that this is not another scheme to create bloated infrastructure projects kung saan may chance na naman na mangurakot yung government natin. But I do feel like this is apt, this is timely, especially with where we want to go. Yung energy crisis natin dito sa Luzon, when done properly, I feel like this is the correct thing to do. I don't think Bataan, like I hear that to revive Bataan will take more money than it is to just build a new power plant. Yun yung naalala kong breakdown ng Bataan nuclear power plant. That's how bad the Bataan nuclear power plant infrastructure project is and how plundered that campaign was, na mas okay pa na gumawa na lang ng bago. But anyway, this made headlines last week, 7 days ago, with Paxilica also being in the picture, problems there. This is the correct thing to do. Energy prices will drop, that's for sure. President Marcos renewed his call to revive. Like, isn't this kind of eerie though? Like, you know how Marcos Sr. did this. Marcos Sr. started this, and then now Marcos Jr. is also going to do this. I don't want to make it political. Okay, we're not gonna talk about corruption here or what happened during that time. I'm just parang it's so eerie na 40 years later, yung anak niya nuclear power plant din yung gustong gawin or nuclear project din yung gustong gawin. I suppose there is a way to do it, right, JR? Maybe PPP, maybe perhaps even again more projects with Japanese, because I think the Philippines and Japan have very good synergy when it comes to infrastructure projects. So as far as that goes, Japan might also be another one we can work with when it comes to the nuclear energy program. I-push na sana yan, pa-monitor na lang lagi sa International Atomic Energy Agency yung mga planta natin. We needed this 30 years ago pa. Sana maayos at matuloy in this lifetime. Sana ito yung mga project na parang please naman huwag nyo nang ikurakot to. Diba? Parang it's one of those things na please hands off na tayo dito. Like ideally wag tayong mangurakot period, pero sa lahat na lang ng bagay pwedeng wag na lang to. Wag na to. Like let's keep this project sacred. Like sana magkaroon sila ng internal agreement, no. Lahat ng mga crocodile mag-usap-usap sila na sige hands off tayong lahat dito. Yeah. Again, Marcos pushes for nuclear energy. Long overdue. That is true, chat. I think there have been countless of studies that say nuclear energy is one of the most efficient ways to produce energy. And it's the safest. It's not renewable, but at the same time, it's one of the safest, most efficient ways. Because of course, you will have renewable sources of energy. Pero yung kapalit nun is one, infrastructure cost, and yung ROI nun, and how efficient it actually is. Right? Like there are so many people against wind energy or wind turbines, windmills, because as much as it is renewable energy, it's not very efficient at converting wind power into whatever energy we need. Solar power, of course, requires a lot of land. It's good, but we can do better with nuclear energy. Kailangan lang talaga ng political will na maayos eh. So that's that. Why can't we have nice things? Jollibee wireless charger rant. Ooh. Anybody here been to a Jollibee with a wireless phone charger? Wow. Okay to ah. Okay to. Sir, parang mahal na kita. Jennifer, kung totoo yan, kung totoo yung pag-ibig mo at yung pagmamahal mo, Jennifer, lumipat ka dito sa YouTube ngayon din. Ito ang username ko. Lilipat ka dito kung totoo yan. Okay, wireless phone charging pad in Jollibee. What's this all about? May libreng wireless charging pad dito sa Jollibee branch malapit sa amin. Full disclosure, sobrang convenient niya. Palagi akong tumatambay at kumakain dito lalo na pagpa-uwi na ako at kailangan mag-top up ng battery. Pero kahapon, pwesto ko, ganyan na yung nadatnan ko. Sinira at binutas yung gitna ng charging pad. Nakakapanghinayang lang. Bigyan ka na nga ng magandang amenity para maging comfortable yung stay mo, lalapastanganin pa. Gaano pa kahirap pangalagaan yung gamit na hindi naman sa'yo, lalo na't pampubliko at libre. I'm calling it nag-aral to sa UP. Chat, either UP to nag-aral or some science high school. Look at the perfect grammar. Look at the perfect use of the punctuation marks. Yung contraction nung sa amin, nilagyan niya pa ng apostrophe. Ganyan na yung, nilagyan niya pa ng apostrophe. M-dash. Paggamit ng salitang to, lalapastanganin, pangalagaan. Yung chat, this kid studied perfect grammar and is keen on it. Tapos kapag tinagal ng establishment yung ganyang perks, tayo rin yung magrereklamo na puro tipid. Walang malasakit sa customer. Ang hirap talaga pag kulang sa disiplina at discipline of public property. Simple civic consciousness na lang, hindi pa magawa. Now, I feel like this is just somebody who's intelligent or at least a writer. Very least, writer. Diba? Sobrang ayos ng punctuation marks, oh. Mag-top up. Diba? Kapag nag-chat, come on. Who does this? I mean, it's the correct thing to do. Pero, alam mo yung kapag nagsali kayo ng hiram na salita, tapos nag-mag, kailangan lagyan ng dash. Like, that's already the correct rule, diba? Tapos ginawa niya rin yun. Galing. Like, I feel na writer, highly intelligent, or science high school, or UP. Galing eh. Formally speaking, okay. Filipinos do not deserve nice things. Nakakawalang gana gumawa ng mga ganyang initiatives because we all know our fellow countrymen will just destroy it. Buti pa nga kapag nag-abroad ang mga Pinoy, biglang bumabait. Pero pag nasa sariling bansa, ang baboy ng ugali. Yeah. There are times I feel like I want to defend all our behavior. There are times where I feel defeated. I think I kind of feel defeated right now, to be honest. This is not to say this doesn't happen in other countries. Hindi naman to unique sa Pilipinas. Diba? In any other country, especially in high traffic places, shit just gets destroyed for different reasons. Whether it's because of recklessness or misuse or intentional destruction of property. Yung mga ganun lang talaga. But to see it happen here will always sting. Right? Because we always know, we also know that we can do better. Like, I can't imagine why somebody would try to poke a hole in this. I hope to say na baka akala niya nabubuksan to. Kaya pinilit niyang buksan. But it also kind of feels like sinira to intentionally. Wala lang. Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. Again, tama rin yung sinabi ng OP, no? Na kapag binigyan tayo ng bagay for our convenience and for our comfort, hindi natin inaalagaan. Pero kapag binigyan lang tayo ng bare bones, minimalist na tindahan, sasabihin natin, walang pakialam. Yung korporasyon, profits lang yung gusto nila. Something has to give, right? Something has to give, and this is one of them. Na kailangan natin alagaan to because it does get annoying when it gets annoying when we destroy things, especially public things or things that are meant to be shared, but it's even more annoying if nag-retaliate yung mga korporasyon by not giving a single shit about us anymore. Yeah. I mean, times like this, you would see why the public clamor is for a relentless leader, right? A leader with a heavy hand. And I hope we don't fall into that cycle again, right? Because, things happen in cycles. And if you look at our history, we kind of just vote people in and out. And, going to where we are now, I hope that by 2028, we don't vote somebody who we think is the right person for this. Mga heavy-handed, iron fist type of people. But hopefully somebody who's more deserving. But yeah, I see why. Nakakapanghinayang din. Okay, let's... anything else to say about this? Do I have any personal experience here? Tingin mo, like, you think the root of all of this is educational system? That's true. That could be it. There could be another root. I would say poverty also. Diba? Tingin mo, June, babalik lang tayo sa cycle. So let me make a wild guess. Tulfo yung susunod. Because that's how Tulfo is presenting himself, diba? Iron-fisted, relentless, my initiative, will get the job done. And yeah, we're chances are yun yung cycle natin. It repeats itself, like I said, chat. Or that. Or si Sarah, no? Either way, we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to think if I have a personal experience here. That is a good take, Marites. Na educated citizens are a threat to proper to our incompetent leaders. So they try to make us more incompetent. Do I have a personal experience with this? Wala naman. Not one that I can think of at least. Pag nagko-commute, MRT, wala naman. Na nasisira necessarily, LRT. Public CR siguro, pero I don't know. Anyway, I'm just trying to add something on here, but I don't think I can say anything else. This is just sad to see. By the way, chat, somebody check up on SWG. We haven't seen SWG in a while. Pasensya ka na. Baka may pera ka na at musta ka na dyan. Pwedeng humingi. Wala kami kapera-pera. Miss call. Mag-reply ka naman. Wala akong pera. Muwi ka na dito kasi wala ka na pera. Paano pagkain mo dyan? What? Let me guess. Family. Yeah, let's just move on. Chat, I love this creator. Eala Araujo. Chat, I have a dream list. Tell me if you know these creators. I have a dream list of creators I want to work with, collaborate with. It's just that it's really naiilang lang ako mag-invite ng creators to stream here with us in the stream room. That's why, as much as possible, I'm trying to do IRL streams. But if ever we revive stream collabs in the stream room, ito yung dream guest list ko. Eala Explains is one. Do you know Eala Explains? That's one. She's so good at what she does. Okay. This is my dream guest list. Finance Buddy Cody, aka Cody Yaps. Okay, Cody Yaps is also a G. I like these explainer TikTokers. This guy you might be seeing more lately. Si Tonichi. This dude. This guy you might be seeing. This guy knows how to hook you in his videos. Granted, this guy, he kind of uses medyo fear tactics yung ginagamit niya pang hook. But at the same time, you really do need to hook people emotionally to get them to watch your video. So this is another dude I've been watching lately. Another dream guest. This one, another one on TikTok also. Ito yung mga pinapanood kong creators na sobrang galing mag-explain. Like, chat, we hardly do explainers. We're more on commentary. Sila yung mas explainer. Nika Gadi. Anybody familiar with Nika? Nika is also cool. Sobrang galing paliwanag. I've been seeing her talk about Pax Silica lately. Right? Sobrang kulit, diba? And then lastly, this one. Baka ito rin nakita nyo to. Si Hey Fintech Founder. Check these people out on TikTok. They're amazing creators. They can break down topics into simpler concepts that are more digestible for everybody to understand. Itong creator na to, ito lang yung content niya. Right? This is no different from reading. Except sobrang visually rewarding nung ginagawa niya. That's why you're hooked onto whatever the creator here is writing down. But if you think about it, nagbabasa ka lang, oh. 'Di ba? Nagbabasa ka lang. Like, kung ano man yung sinasabi niya na talking na voiceover is literally what's written down. Except, again, it's visually pleasing. So these 5 creators, chat, dream guests. Ewan ko kung paano makikipag-collab sa kanya. But these 5 creators, amazing. Please check them out. I'll just say the name one more time. They talk about topics that we're interested in as a stream. Pax Silica, politics, pop culture. Look, Eula even talked about gambling. But the thing is, look at this. Dinown vote ng TikTok algorithm yung video niya because it probably triggered a lot of bad things that the algorithm thought was bad. So again, Eula explains. We have Cody Apps. We have Tonichi Bonoan. We have Nika Gadi. And we have Fintech Founder. Amazing creators. Okay, a bit of canal humor here. Help! Anong magandang ipangalan dito sa lutong ito? I mean, I do feel like non-toxic naman yung ball pen. Pero ang hassle naman kainin nito. Magiging blue pa yung... blue plus yung... Magiging green pa yung pupu mo. Bakit Resilog? I don't like Angria's Doc too much. I feel like not the type of content I would consume. Pero may times na tama si Angria's Doc. May times na ayokong maging emotional. Sobrang emotional kasi ng mga content ni Angria's Doc eh. Resibo, sinagang, sinangag, and itlog. Squid Ink. I wonder what's even written here. Sunny signed up. Yo! This is the correct answer. Sunny signed up. Signature dish. Inklog. Resitlog. Inksilog. Signature breakfast. Okay. Man, you can never beat the comments. Poorly kept open secret in your field that would blow regular people's minds. Wow. I feel like this deserves its own segment tomorrow, chat. These are all long reads, but I'll keep it here because literally this person says this is one of the best Ask PH threads in a long time. So we'll do it tomorrow. Because it's a long read. Ganitong detail sana pag magre-review. Ganito ka-detailed sana kapag nagre-review. Naka-lighten naman po sa scar pero di siya totally matanggal. Kalmot kasi ito ng kabit ng husband ko kaya hirap daw matanggal kapag kuko. Yung, yung naka-side view yan, yung putang kabit. Thank you for your feedback. We are happy to help you get rid of your skin problem. Oh my God. Pinost din yung picture nung kabit. That's funny, man. That's funny. Complete lahat ng process, pati yung cost. Okay. Let's move on. Found this inside my onion rings. Class action lawsuit, except walang ganun sa Pilipinas. You know if this happened in the US, chat, and you actually found if you found this clip in your bag of chips, you might be rewarded enough money to never work again. Dito sa Pilipinas, either mag-sorry yung brand or padadalhan ka na lang ng isang kahon ng onion rings. But this happens in the US, you're set for life. This happens in the Philippines, bruh. You'd be lucky to get sorry. Just found this inside my onion rings. I was studying for an exam and got hungry, so I bought this from a sari-sari store. Akala ko pa naman na maraming laman because mabigat talaga. Yun pala, may pampabigat. Not looking to sue Oishi or something, pero at least mabigyan ng compensation kahit 50 pesos from my hungry stomach. How much do you think this is gonna cost, June? Like a really, really good lawyer. How much do you think ang kayang pigain from a brand as big as... It's not even Oishi, right? Who owns Oishi? Nissin yata? Liwayway Group. How much do you think? I call BS. Ooh. Somewhere in an Oishi factory may nagpapanik dahil nawala yung clip nila. Report it. Usually nagpapadala sila ng isang plastic box ng snacks as apology. Damages lang. So like 50 pesos nga. This has to be fake. How did that sneak in? Swerte yan. File a lawsuit. A lot of people, like more than one person called this fake. So we don't know, right? Fortified with iron. Well, yeah. Either way, I hope this person resolves his problems. I have nothing else to say about this, other than kung totoo man to, sana napansin niya kaagad yung clip. Man with autism saves every coin he had and bought crayons for school children in Aklan. Bruh. Let's go. Let's go. The very few times deserve ang pogi hand sign, no? Very rare that we pull this off and nobody calls you out on it. But this must be one of the most perfect uses of the pogi hand sign. Because, sir, napaka-pogi mo for doing this. Let's not make this political. I know all roads lead back to politics. Because I know it's low-hanging fruit to say. Low-hanging fruit to say, right, chat? Na, can you imagine? A man with autism is smarter than the government. But hey, it is what it is. This dude a hero, man. Fine, yeah. I feel like you can levy since you have a brother with Down syndrome. I don't know if you can, pero go ahead, levy. Christopher Francisco asked people he knew for 5 pesos. He saved every coin. Yo! Galawang ano to, galawang high school to. Damn it, Levy. Good for him. He's so down to earth. Oh my God, Levy. Buti na lang may kapatid kang may Down syndrome. Anyway, this is a little funny because in high school, if you remember, ang galawan, you ask everybody for 5 pesos, you ask 10 people for 5 pesos, may rice meal ka na. Back then when rice meals cost 50 bucks. He saved every coin for more than 3 years. He has autism, high IQ too, but never went to school. But he learned to read, loves to draw, and during the pandemic, he began thinking about children who might return to class without crayons. So he kept saving. When classes were about to open in 2022, Christopher used the money he saved to buy 80 boxes of crayons for pupils at Calizo Elementary in Aklan. He carried them to the teachers in a sack. They opened it. Nobody spoke. They cried. If this is a true story, it is pretty heartbreaking, man. Can we do quick math on this? Ilang pirasong crayons to? These look like a box of 24. 24 Crayola. 55 bucks. 11 people. 11 people for one box. How many boxes do we have here? Stacks of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start here with the first solid yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times 4, 80. 80 times 11. How many people did he ask? Technically, 880 people yung hiningan niya ng 5 piso. And this dude did it on his own, chat. Galing. Mas may ambag pa siya kaysa sa gobyerno. This really made me realize there's no excuses for not doing good. That's so true. That's so true, chat. If you can help, help. Okay? If you can help, help. One of the things... I've mentioned this before. This is my all-time favorite Reddit thread. This is my favorite Reddit thread, chat. And I read this all the way back in 2015 when this thread was still new. So, to cut the story short, it's just a kid who has cancer, and he wrote his last Reddit post. 24 years old. It's titled My Last Tie. And it's because he also posts a photo of the tie that he will be wearing to his funeral. Kasi terminal na yung cancer niya. This is the last tie. Okay? Now, meron siyang isang sinabi dito that will forever leave a mark on me. It does not... There you go. Here. I'll read it to you, chat, and it ties back into the man with autism. We care so much about the health and integrity of our body that until death, we don't notice that the body is nothing more than a box. A parcel for delivering our personality, thoughts, beliefs, and intentions to this world. If there is nothing in this box that can change the world, then it doesn't matter if it disappears. I believe that we all have potential, but it also takes a lot of courage to realize it. Itong linya na to. If there is nothing in this box that can change the world, then it doesn't matter if it disappears. Because para sa kanya, isa sa mga realizations niya is just that. Like, that's the purpose, that's his purpose for living. To help somebody. If you can help one person in this world and we all did the same, we'd all be good. Diba? Galing. While evil is rampant in this world, you cannot deny angels living among us. Alright, another dashcam video. Let's check this out. Kamote rider sinapak ng pedestrian. Alright, Levi, ang tanong, is this going to be us by the end of August? At sana naman hindi tayo masapak ng isang pedestrian kapag nagmotor tayo. Let's see what happens here. This was in 2026, July 27. Oof, there you go. Okay, may rider dito. Dinire-diretso niya to. Okay lang. Pero itong rider na to, nasa pedestrian lane. Like, look at everybody who stopped here para makatawid tong mga pedestrian na to. Ayun lang. Ayun lang. A little underwhelming. Akala ko sinapak niya talaga. Parang binatukan. Light batok nga lang eh. Oh. Binatukan. Deserved. Nabitin. Like, we want more violence. This deserved more action. Sinilip niya pa eh. Bro, deserve mo yun. What the hell, bro? Sobrang deserve. Sobrang chill nga lang eh. Oh. Sobrang chill lang ng pagbatok niyo. Parang, uy, tanga. Ganun lang. Yeah, siya pa yung galit. Titingin pa eh. OA naman siguro sa caption tong OP na to. Nag-expect pa naman ako. Nagalit pa kay OP eh, no? Na hindi sinapak. Kinutusan lang OP sa helmet pa. Makasapak ka naman. Okay. Lastly, a meme chat to wrap our stream up. What a time to be alive. Oh, hell yeah, chat. What was the thing you would read? If you're a millennial, if you're Gen Z, chances are you were young enough to not have a phone in your hand while taking a shit as a kid. What would you read the most? I remember it wasn't Glade, it wasn't Lysol. I remember very specifically, nung bata ako, paulit-ulit kong binasa yung likod ng bote na to. Now go ahead and drop your answers. What would you be reading as a kid? Okay, like let's not be fancy here and say we were reading books. Ito yung binabasa ko. This one. I don't know. Here. Ito yung binabasa ko, but definitely not this because there had to be something more to read. Here, something like this. Okay, so what would you be reading? Toys na may ring sa loob. Yeah, that one. Yeah, then you press on those buttons. Avon brochure, si Chilled Pusa. Hey, that's fair. Toilet brochure. FHM? What is that? What's an FHM? FHM? Hold up, let me search that up. What's FHM? FHM magazine. FHM magazine. What is an FHM magazine? FHM magazine. I see. Very educational. Very, very educational, especially while taking a shit. This is exactly. Oof. This one is a particularly good issue. This is the annual collector's edition. Wow. Ooh. Iconic and Ageless yung title nitong isa. Praise be. Praise be. Praise be, chat. Praise be. Alright. Ito yung binabasa ko. I would read the shit out of this and figure out kung bakit siya No More Tears. And it's false. It's not no tears. Chat, you ever get one of these in your eyes? Mahapdi pa rin. So, ito yung madalas kong binabasa ng bata ako. Ano yung kwento mo, LJ? Yeah, di ba no tears sa susubukan? Yeah, this is what I would be putting into my eye. Yeah. You know what every time stands for? Ano oiling up shampoo? This is shampoo, bro. What do you mean oiling up? We're not talking about baby oil. Diba? False ad. Anyway. That was the time. Ano pa ba? I don't know what else. Alam ko na. Binibilang ko yung tiles. Binibilang ko yung kasi yung banyo namin dati. Maliliit yung tiles. So wala, binibilang ko yung tiles, ilan yung column, ilan yung row, 'di ba? And then minsan may mga patterns yung print ng tiles. So maghahanap ako ng faces, maghahanap ako ng characters that look like what they look like when, you use your imagination. It was a time, man. Like, I don't know about you, chat. Like, bathroom printed tiles, 1990s. Nah, that's not what I mean. But basically, mga gawain, no? Nagpa-under ka rin ba ng gripo kahit di ka naliligo pag nasa banyo? Now, why would I do that, JR? Why would I do that if there are other ways to conceal activities that should be unbeknownst to other people who aren't me? Nah, anong VCO? No, chat. All right. I know I'm gonna go on record for this. Nah, I shouldn't say it. Meron akong ultimate pinagbabawal na technique. And I know in the future that if my kid does this, I know what the hell they're doing. Okay? But yeah, I can't say it, chat. I can't say it. At least not until we hit 120 members. 120 members. When that day comes, I'll say it. I'll say that technique. Ito talaga super. I swear, if I tell you the technique, you might put me side by side with Einstein. Sobrang to. Paano ko ba sasabihin to? No water is wasted. Kasi diba sabi mo, JR, nagpapa-under ng gripo kahit di naman naliligo. That's a waste of water. Ito next level thinking. Alam niyo yung mga meme na yung big brain, bigger brain, and then nag-nirvana na siya, ganong level. Nah. We'll save it for that day. Sabi ni Sam, lipat ako YouTube, wait. Makikisali yata si Sam D. That's our last Reddit thread, by the way, for the night. Well, yeah, chat. Perfect advice din to para sa future kids nyo. Pag ginagawa nila to, sure yun. Once lang ako bumili ng FHM, sabi ni LJ, nung naging cover si Alice Dixon. Isang beses ko lang nabasa, tas tinapon pala nung mommy ng mga anak ko. Kaya rin siguro kami naghiwalay. Bakit niya tinapon? Hey, Zach. Okay, Sam here. I don't wanna end the stream without wala na maabutan si Sam. Gets. Kasi dikit-dikit na eh. That's nuts though. Like, that to me is incomprehensible. How does it ever happen na nagdidikit-dikit yung mga pages? Bruh. Like, why? Why? Like, isn't there a better way to dispose? May libreng balloon yun. No. I think by the time I was legal to buy those magazines, hindi na siya legal. Di na siya binebenta. Yo, what's up, Sam? Na lonely si Sam sa Twitch. Welcome, Sam. Okay. I think we're good for tonight, chat. Stream schedule. Really quickly as we end tonight's stream. Very, very important because we're also going to be announcing our raffles. Big time shit, chat. Big time raffles for the month. Okay? So, August 4 is today. Tomorrow, our stream will be 2 to 4 p.m. Because right after this, I will be headed to meet up with friends for the rest of the day. I will also be attending the wake of Paul Will's mom. Last night na kasi bukas. So I will be there. That's why I won't be able to stream in the evening. But yeah, tomorrow, chat. The stream will end at precisely 4 o'clock, okay? Because I have to get my ass off of here as soon as possible. So it won't, we're not gonna extend past 4. It's legit dead stop at 4. And then another early stream on Friday. Okay, another early stream on Friday. 3 to 5 p.m. naman. And then let's get straight to the other things here. Chat, it's Alex's birthday on August 12. I don't think Alex will be here in the stream on that day. However, si Alex, sabi niya, magpaparaffle daw siya. Bigatin ang mga ipaparaffle niya for her birth month. So the mini raffle, 3 winners of 200 pesos Starbucks GCs each. And per winner, apart from the GC, 15% off na H&M voucher. Cool, right? Amazing. However, even better, the following week, on August 19, Alex's birthday general raffle, there will only be 2 winners. One winner of 1,000 pesos na Uniqlo GC and another winner, 2,000 pesos Uniqlo GCs. Now, fair warning, I will also ask Alex kung pwede ako sumali. Because why not? Why not? Please, Lord, 2,000 pesos Uniqlo GC. Nakisali. Okay, so that's it, right? And then we're also going to be gaming. Levy, how long did it take you and Cherry to finish the game? So I'm still looking for somebody to play the game with for It Takes Two. I did a quick Gemini search on this one. Apparently, sabi ni Gemini, 12 hours to play the game, 12 hours to complete the game. So that's why I was hoping to divide it into 2 different stream days. Unless isi-speedrun yun, puyatan, right? 4 days of gameplay, not 12. I mean, if you do everything, right? But if you maybe... so 12 hours, okay. So 12 hours, that's how I want to divide it into 2 streams. And then apart from that, next week, magki-KFC tayo. After all of that fast food, tayo din mismo makakatikim. Fast food next week. KFC Double Down. I think I'm gonna try it with rice. Because why not? And then Banlaw stream on the 18th. IRL workout stream on the 26th. Also still looking if we can have a guest on this day. But August 26th will be the IRL workout stream, chat. Other than that, don't forget, hangout tayo August 8th. be there on our hangout. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, no pressure. If you just want to chill and you don't really want to interact but want to see people. Because there are times na ganun, diba? You just want to go, gusto mo lang silipin, see what's going on, maybe meet a friend if you're in the mood, but no pressure to be super social if you're not feeling it. Just, just have fun. Vibes lang. So be here on August 8th, our quarter 2 hangout. It will be at Hobby Stadium. Hobby Stadium over at Erod in QC. Okay, other than that, anything else, chat? Oh, memberships. Don't forget, best way to support the stream is to become a member yourself. So, everybody here who's a red badge already, thank you so much sa mga red badgers natin. You guys have been a member for a year. For the black badgers, you've been members for 2 years. Yellow badgers, I think 6 months. So thank you. If you don't have a badge yet beside your name and you feel like becoming a member, hopefully you can become a member. Best way to support the stream. Other than that, chat, I think that's where the stream ends. Yeah, Hobby Stadium. Not Hobby Stadium. Hobby Stadium sa Erod. Dun yung hangout natin. There will be board games. We rented out the place, chat. So, 1, we have that to ourselves. 2, we all the more have to follow the time limit because I think we were only given, a couple of hours to have the space to ourselves. So, yeah, be there on time. Let's have fun. Yeah, the entire rentable area. Kung ano man yung rentable area. Yeah. Happy Stadium. Okay, anything else? That's pretty much it. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, hapon yung stream natin, 2 to 4 p.m. So, or the stream ends, chat. Have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody. Oh. We will be missing you, JR. Hopefully, you can go. Shoutout sa ating top 10. June, JR, LJ, Chilled Pusa, CJ, Paolo is over, Conix, Romeo, and Biels. Rest up, everybody. Good night.